Sales, parts, service, and quick lane guests enter through the main gate. Shoppers are welcome to park at the front of the main showroom. Service customers may pull straight into the service drive. Quick lane customers may park in any open parking spot in front of the quick lane. And if you're visiting the parts department, you may park in front of the main showroom or quick lane and enter park through our customer lounge or the service drive. Guests to our collision center and body shop can easily access the East P Street entrance at the red light. Drive straight up the hill and park in a space on the right. Sunny King Ford in Anniston, Oxford. We look forward to seeing you soon.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
Time to find out. The ball is just about to be placed on the tee, and we are just about ready for action. For those of you listening on the radio or through the internet, Thompson in the all-black uniforms with the gray numerals and the red outline. Hoover in the all-white road teams with the black helmets and black numbers. Thompson will be traveling from right to left on your radio dial. McGuire has the ball on the tee, and this clash of titans is underway. Into the end zone it goes for the touchback. Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First down, Bucks. John, do you like us on defense first here?
I do. I'm the kind of guy that typically wants the offense to go first, but as good as Thompson's defense has been playing, and look, you can point to those opening drives for Clay Chalvin and Grayson, the two losses for Thompson, and say, well, they drove down the field and scored. But imagine if you get a stop here against a team like Hoover. Then all of a sudden you've totally flipped the game on its head because they couldn't go down and get that first drive. Here's the thing. These are always very calculated drives. They're put together before the fact. So if you can stop this, then you put them way behind the 8-ball.
Mac Beeson from the shotgun, give to J.R. Mosley. Up the middle, gain of about 4 on that play. Be second down and 6.
One of the keys to the game, stop the run. You don't want to let them get 4 or 5 yards every single time. You want to force Beeson into throwing the ball a little bit, going against this really talented secondary, letting Jared Smith try to get in the backfield a little bit, cause some chaos. So we'll see what kind of how the play calling is for Hoover on this first drive.
On second down and 6. Give is to J.R. Mosley again. Gain of 3 more yards. It'll bring up a third down and 3. Last week, as we were talking right toward the end of the game, I put Chance Strong's name in there as a possible player of the game. Anybody that you're looking for specifically on our defense tonight?
Yeah, Cam Pritchett for me, number 11. He's kind of been that, hey, we're going away from Jared Smith, so that's who we're going to run into instead guy. Jared Smith, it's been interesting. He hasn't been going. He's been kind of hanging back as a linebacker the first couple of plays. Hadn't mattered with runs up the middle, but it'll be interesting to see how much he actually blitzes this game.
On third down and 3, Beeson back to pass, lets it go, has a man just out to the 32-yard line. Gain of 5 on that play will give him a first down.
Found that pocket in the defense, just find somebody for the first down. But right there, Jared Smith, drop back in coverage. So that's something to keep an eye on. He's been going hard at the quarterback all game long, but he dropped out that time. So that's going to give another person kind of in the middle of the field that could potentially be a coverage guy.
On first and 10 from the 32. Beeson keeps himself up the middle, across the 35, out to the 40, finally marked down at about the 42-yard line, and another Hoover first down.
And I wouldn't call Beeson a dual threat guy by any means, but he ran the ball a little bit last year. He definitely can use those legs. We talked about in the pregame. Trent can do that really well. He only have 20 yards in the game, but they're such crucial yards. Well, there's 10 for Mac Beeson. Same kind of thing with him. On
first down and 10, Beeson with the quick pitch. He gives it out to Jefferson. Tries the right side, nothing doing, maybe a yard, yard and a half. He's second down, and we'll call it 8.
That time went to Jared Smith's side because he decided to kind of come in and blitz on the inside, decided to pitch it outside and try to get around him. It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on number 4 all game and kind of see how the offense is shifting based on where he is in the field and if he's showing a blitz or not.
And after this play, we'll let you introduce number 4 on both sides of the ball, if you don't mind. Second down and 8. Beeson back to pass, lets it go, has a man out there. It is number 4. That is Jonah Winston. He's inside the 30, down inside the 25. Finally marked out right at the 20-yard line. Big pass play there from the Bucks. Has them in business at the Warrior 20-yard line. And if the name Winston sounds familiar, yes, younger sibling there of Jameis Winston, and he is a guy that actually played a little quarterback for him early on, has moved to permanently to wide receiver. I don't know if they'll try to switch him back next year or not, and then the massive hit at the end there, number 4 from Thompson, Jared Smith, chasing him down. He's done a great job in pursuit all season long. If you do get away from him, he will come across the field to make the tackle and did a great job there. On first and 10 from the 20, flag on the play, false start against the Bucks will be the call. That 5-yard penalty will make it first down and 15. Ball placed at the 25-yard line of the Warriors. And if you're Thompson, you got to capitalize on mistakes like this, putting them behind the chains. One of our keys was Thompson needs to stay ahead of the chains. Hoover definitely wants to do the same thing too. So when you get a penalty against this offense and a mistake there, you're getting a little jumpy at right tackle, you got to capitalize. Huge crowd on hand for this one. On first and 15, Beeson gives it to Jefferson. Stopped immediately, loss of 2 there. Bring up a second down and 17. Noah Streeter, number 13, in there on that tackle. And once again, trying to go away from where Jared Smith is. He just beat his man. You see number 62 not really knowing what to do. 5 yards in the backfield. Did a great job getting pressure there up the middle and getting in the backfield. And that's what you want to do. You make them lose 5 on a penalty, get them to jump, and then you get 2 more yards on the loss there. If you get a loss here, all of a sudden they are in an impossible situation. On second down and 17. Beeson with Jefferson to his right in the shotgun formation. Gives to Jefferson. He tries the left side. He's up the middle, inside the 20, down inside the 15. Dropped at the 14-yard line. Bring up a third down and 4. So gain of 13 on that play, John. Yeah, watch 4 right there. Almost gets his hand on it, gets blocked at the last second, so he's able to find the hole, cut back up the middle, putting him in a more manageable third down here. 3rd and 4. Hoover typically, honestly, don't know about their kicker this year. I mean, since Will Riker, nobody's that good. But, typically a pretty good kicker there for Hoover. So, you want to try to push him back a little bit, maybe forcing them into where they need to go for it, but from a further back yard line. On third down and 4. Beeson with Jefferson to his left in the backfield. They give it to him. He tries that left side. He's inside the 10, down to the 9. First and goal for Hoover. Left side's been successful for him overall, trying to go over there behind number 60, the left tackle or left guard over there. Number 76, big offensive line over there. And also trying to go away from number 4. Wherever he is on the field, we need to go away from that, or if we're going to that side of the field, pitch outside of him. And so far, like I said, these drives are kind of choreographed beforehand, and it's just been a good overall drive from Coach English. Kind of a 3-4 with Jared almost in a linebacker position. Now he moves up closer to that line. On first and goal from the 9. Beeson. Give is to J.R. Mosley. Gain of 1 on that play. Second down and goal from the 8-yard line. And it was good awareness from Jared there, so they bring a guy over, kind of what Binion is for Thompson, to be that extra blocker right behind left tackle. He sees that and says, hey, they're about to run the ball. So he instantly goes, blows that up, forces him into the middle, where they're really – the center position, I think, is a position that can be attacked a lot tonight, because so far he's been beaten a lot by the interior lineman from Thompson. Second down and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line. Beeson give to Mosley. He's got it to the 5, fights for a little bit more yardage. They're going to mark him, say that he was down originally at that 5-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 5.
It's always interesting when the center is the one that pulls. The center pulled that time to try to be that extra blocker on the left to allow him to get a little extra yardage there. I honestly didn't know that he was down to the 5. I kind of thought he got down to about the 2 or 3, but, you know, Thompson will take it here, and you want to try to put him in a tough 4th down situation.
On 3rd down and goal, Mosley to Beeson's right. The give is to him. He's got it up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown Bucks. J.R. Mosley, the ball carrier for Hoover.
Pretty much the same play, 3 plays in a row, just getting a little bit at a time each time until eventually finding the end zone, the center, doing some pulling there as well, trying to kind of overload that left side to where it's tough to get in there and make a stop.
Matthew Dibes on for the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Hoover draws first blood, 7-0, the lead over our Warriors. Offense will have its first opportunity coming up here in just a moment. Wonderful crowd on hand tonight here in Warriors Stadium. As John mentioned during our pregame show, kickoff right about 56 degrees. So an absolutely perfect night for football. Fagans and R.J. Evans deep for the Warriors. Dibes to kick for Hoover.
So not the first time Thompson's been scored on opening drive. It's happened multiple times, and the defense has stood tall the rest of the game. So that's what the defense is going to have to do. Say, hey, we learned a few things from that drive. Maybe we got to make a few adjustments. It's hard to do it on the fly when you're actually out there on the field. So I know the defense is down there talking about it right now. But the difference is Thompson hasn't been able to score on that drive after that opening score. So that's where it's going to be big for the offense here.
Short kick. Fair catch called and made at the 21-yard line. And that is where the Warriors will begin their first drive of the evening. While we have a moment, Christina is on the sidelines with an update. Christina.
Yeah, Matthew, one of the things that head coach Mark Freeman said their game plan coming into tonight is going to be a mix of heavy set runs and 5 wide receiver sets. He said, we're going to mix it up and just see what they give us. He said, Trent had an amazing game last week, and he said, if I had to pick a magic number of how many times to throw the ball this week, he said probably at least 30. But he says it all depends on what the defense gives them, but regardless, they're ready to come out here and play. Practice has been different this week, and there's just been a different kind of energy.
Christina, thank you. On first down, Michael Dujon straight up the middle. Gain of 5 will bring up a second down. Gain of 4 brings up a second down and 6. Dujon again, straight up the middle. He's across the 30, 35, across the 40, out to the 45, and they will mark him down at the 46-yard line. Great gain there on second down.
And one thing to note about that formation, Christina talked about mixing it up, had a tight end on the right side, then had Binion on the left side, and ran the ball to the left side. By putting a tight end on the right, you shift that defensive front over a little bit to kind of make sure everybody's covered, and led to an open hole on the left side.
On first down, 5 receiver set. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go, has his man over the middle, Brooke Byers, and he is down to the Buck 45-yard line. First down, Warriors.
And then, of course, the 5 wide receiver set there, like Christina mentioned as well. So I do like seeing the variety in play calls here early on. You run a couple times, you get a big run, then you get a big pass, and that's what you want to see from this offense.
R.J. Evans into the backfield for the Warriors. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Evans to Seaborn's right. First and 10, ball at the 35. 35. Handoff to Evans, tries the left-hand side. Gain of 4 yards on that play will bring up a second down and 6.
An interesting thing about that formation, Darian Mosley was kind of in that Gabe Binion spot, kind of as that blocking back, ended up running a route instead. But the formations, I feel like, definitely are kind of catching Hoover off guard early on.
quickly. The Warriors are to the Bucks 31-yard line. It is 2nd down and 6. Dujon now out as a receiver. Seaborn back to pass, scans the field, has to scramble, looking to his right, lets it go in and out of the hands of Dedrick Kimbrough. Be a 3rd down and 6.
Did a good job finding his receiver. I just don't think he could see the defensive back behind him. The defensive back kind of had to run up to try to catch up to where Kimbrough was, and from the angle, it looked like he was directly behind him to where he didn't even realize that he was going to be there to come and break up the pass. Threw it right, hit him right in the numbers. Just a good defensive play to knock it out.
On 3rd and 6, 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Seaborn in the backfield by himself. Drops back, rolls to his left, scans the field, lets it go, has a receiver down there inside the 10. It is complete, and that is R.J. Evans with the reception at the 10-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
So I wonder if this will be a legal formation, because on the other side, Coach English was yelling at the referee. When the man went into motion, there were 2 people covered up on the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that's what the call is from this other side, because it was on the far side. But if that is, that'll back him up 5.
And that's exactly what it, oh no.
It's actually a holding call.
Holding will back it up to the 41-yard line of the Bucks, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 16.
And when the quarterback scrambles, that's something you'll get sometimes. It's, you have a good hold. I know it sounds bad to say you have a good hold of the defensive lineman, but as long as you're kind of keeping him in the middle and keeping your hands kind of in the numbers, it's okay. But then when the quarterback scrambles like that, and you see it right there as the defender turns and runs towards Trent, AJ just doesn't know it, and it ends up showing off as a hold, even though it's really not that bad of a hold.
So on 3rd down and 16, give is to Dujon. He's inside the 35, inside the 30, down to about the 29-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Bring up a 4th down and 4.
Those kind of plays, a lot of times, if you only get a couple of yards, then at least you put yourself in a better punt position. But here now, a very manageable 4th and 4 for this offense.
Timeout by Hoover,
so
yeah.
They're kind of caught off guard by that. 3 receivers on the far side. Thompson going really fast. So good job by them getting up to the line quickly.
They'll take a quick timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
At Dunn's HVAC.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Hey, John, where we were getting ready to move quickly, caught the Bucks off guard. They had to call an early timeout. So with 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter, it is 4th down and 4, and the offense trots onto the field.
Yeah, they're definitely going to go for it here, and probably a smart timeout from Hoover to not get caught off guard. But with only 4 yards to go, it'll be interesting to see what the play call is, because the running attack has been fairly successful here. Or do you try to go deep and catch them off guard and go a little deeper than the 4 with the pass play?
Gorgeous moon rising over Warrior Stadium. Bucks have an early 7-0 lead. 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Little discussion between a couple of the referees here as we get ready to go back to game action.
Only problem with this is it's kind of showing the formation Thompson's going to be in for the last 30 seconds while they talk.
4th down and 4. Ball is at the 29-yard line of Hoover. Man in motion for the Warriors. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go quickly, has his man out there. Not going to quite get to that 1st down yardage. Had Trey Knight out there. It looks like he's about a yard short. That'll be a turnover on downs as that ball is marked at the 27-yard line It'll be first down Bucks.
At first, it looked like a run play may have been wiser. They had the defensive line spread so far out. The two defensive ends, I mean, they were probably 30 yards apart from each other, but then they eventually kind of filled in that hole with linebackers, brought a little extra pressure, forced them to get rid of it quickly. Still a good catch overall, but they were just there to meet him a yard short.
So on 1st and 10 for the Bucks, two receivers to the far side. They hand it off. Jefferson tries the left side. Gain of about 3 will bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Hayden McDonald so close to getting him in the backfield, and the interior linemen have done a really good job there on that center, getting some pressure in there. The ball's had to kind of go around the outside, especially the left side behind that left tackle. So they can keep getting pressure at the middle. That's going to force them right into somebody like Jared Smith's hands eventually.
2nd down and 7. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Running back to Beeson's right. He drops back. Now he's going to call his own number. He takes off. He's across the 30 out to about the 33-yard line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Big 3rd down here. Obviously, they are still on their side of the field, so any kind of stop, you're likely forcing a punt, as opposed to the 3rd downs you had early on where they were on Thompson's side of the field. I'll be interested to see they try to dial up a little pressure here. Jared really hasn't gone hardly at all today. It's only been a 3-man rush, maybe 4, but he's been playing that linebacker position, kind of a 3-4 look almost.
Yeah, they've moved him from the left to the right, back to the left. Now he's kind of in the center right on 3rd down and 4. Beeson back to pass, lets it go, has Winston. He's out to the 38-yard line. Call him down at the 39. And that'll be a 1st down for the Bucks.
Yeah, that wasn't a screen, but it was basically designed to be that really quick pass. Let 4 rush through, because you saw 2 people got there instantly, put their hands up, just couldn't knock it down. And that was going to number 4 all the way.
So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Now 1 switches over to the far side. Beeson calls his own number again. He's across the 40, out to the 45, and they're going to give him the 46-yard line. Actually, they'll give him the 47. He was clearly out between the 45 and the 46. They're going to give him the 47. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a generous spot right there, and it was a good read by Beeson overall, seeing that the blitzer bit on the running back there and was able to pull it down. You see right there. Finds the open field, and yeah, he definitely went out just a hair over the 45.
On 2nd down and 2. Beeson calls his own number down inside the 45 to the 44-yard line of the Warriors, and another 1st down.
Beeson's kind of doing it all himself right now. I mentioned that early on. He can definitely use his legs to run, and you know, Thompson's just got to be disciplined, not bite on the running back right there. Again, everybody kind of going with the running back, assuming he's getting it there on the jet sweep. Quarterback keeps it instead for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10. Handoff is to the running back. He's down to the 40-yard line and stopped there. Gain of 4 yards on that play will bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Hayden McDonald once again so close. He's getting in the backfield. He's just getting his hands around the feet and not quite able to take him down, as they're going to let this clock run down. And well, I thought they were going to let it in the quarter, but they stopped it.
There is a stop. Okay, they are going to go ahead and run the clock and let it go to the end of the quarter is what it looks like these referees are signaling. It hasn't made its way there yet, but it will now. End of the 1st quarter. Hoover and Thompson for the Region 3 title. Hoover with a 7-0 lead. We'll be back for the 2nd quarter. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
At Martin's Pharmacy, a family-owned business, shopping local means personalized care from a team you trust. We accept most insurance and Medicaid, offer $3 local delivery, and provide essential services like vaccinations and wellness checks. No appointment needed. From over-the-counter items to unique gifts and greeting cards, we have it all. Serving the community since 1997, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your neighbors. Support local and experience the difference at Martin's Pharmacy.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs. From the groovy to the eclectic, Cosmic Debris has everything funky and cool. Visit us today and step into a world of cool at Cosmic Debris.
Back inside Warrior Stadium. Beautiful Friday night in Alabaster, Alabama. Hoover and Thompson. It's the clash of the Titans we've been looking forward to all season long. Hoover with a 7-0 lead, and it is 2nd down and 6. Ball is at the Thompson 40-yard line. Beeson back to pass, has to scramble, scrambles left, now lets it go. Tried to get his receiver out there, Christopher Warren, in and out of his hands. Bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Good pressure overall. Nick Austin in there, as well as Noah Streeter trying to chase him down. He could have turned it up and run it and gotten a few yards, but ultimately would have been met probably before the 1st down. Founder's receiver just couldn't connect.
Been impressed with his running ability so far in this game, John.
Yeah, he was able to scramble a little bit last year as well in this game. Obviously, not as good a team last year, but still, overall, pretty talented and can definitely use those legs.
On a big 3rd down and 6 from the Warrior 40, the give straight up the middle goes J.R. Mosley. Now he bounces it out to the right, and he's going to have a Hoover 1st down. Forced out of bounds right at that 1st down marker, which was the 34-yard line.
Watch, had the initial hit right here, and he stumbles, just stays up. They're able to break tackles, was able to get away from Noah Streeter in there, who got him once again right there in the legs, just couldn't quite bring him down. And that's been the story for him so far, able to get around those kind of leg tackles from the defensive line.
On 1st and 10 from the 34. Beeson quickly pitches it to Mosley. Gets a yard, maybe 2, stopped at the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 8.
Micah Fleming, Peyton Lewis, both reading that, getting up in there. They have that bunch formation, almost like a tight end, and the 2 receivers right behind him over there on the right side. The same formation, 2 plays in a row. And regardless who gets it, there's a lot of extra blocking over there when you have that.
On 2nd down and 8. Beeson with Mosley directly behind him. Give is to Mosley. Up the middle he goes. Stopped immediately. Lost a yard on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
I mentioned getting in there on their ankles, and Hayden McDonald finally getting at that time, taking him down. And he's done a good job getting pressure right there. Gets right past the center again. I've talked about that center. He's done a good job getting past him. But that time actually being able to wrap up and make the tackle, putting him in a 3rd and long.
Mosley out. Jefferson in to the Buck backfield. On 3rd down and 9. Beeson looks over to his sideline, gets some final instructions. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and Jefferson to Beeson's right. Drops back, scans the field, lets it go, has a man out there. Down to the 19-yard line is Jonah Winston.
Number 4 is going to be his go-to guy all night. He's just been able to find him in those perfect pockets in there. Was able to get behind the cornerback, and Fagans hadn't come up quite far enough. Was kind of staying back as that safety on that side of the field. Able to make the tackle the minute the ball's caught, but he's able to find that window and find his receiver.
Another 1st down for the Bucks, places them 1 yard inside the 20-yard line of Thompson. Jefferson remains the running back behind Beeson. He's to his left. On 1st down, give is to Jefferson. Stutter steps, hammered quickly. Great stop there from Vinny Pyers. He read that one right out of the gate.
He did, and right there, Wesley Gover's about to make the tackle, kind of getting his jersey yanked right there. Vinny said, I'm going to jump up in there and make that tackle, and I think that'll be important, having him kind of keep an eye on the running back all night. And, as he breaks that first tackle, to have that second guy there is very valuable.
Loss of 1 on that play, 2nd down and 11 from the 20-yard line. Give is to Jefferson. He tries the left. He's inside the 15, down to the 10 where he's run out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at right at the 10-yard line.
There's a flag at about the 16. It's in the area that would typically be holding out there on the far side, and could have potentially been umpires out there. Lyman was out there.
Holding against the Bucks.
I didn't see who exactly the jersey grab was on there for Thompson, but typically you can't see that because the jersey's being grabbed and being pulled to where you can't see the number. So the big run only happens because of an illegal play.
So that'll move it all the way back to the 26-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 17. Give is to Allen, the running back. Straight up the middle he goes, and he's got a gain of about 1 yard before he is stopped. Bring up a 3rd down and 16. Great stop there.
Yeah, Gover again. Watch him right here, getting off his blocker. Actually had a receiver blocking him that time, so he did a great job getting off of him. Another play earlier when Vinny Pires came in there, he was able to get off his blocker. Just Pires came in and made the tackle, but he's done a good job so far on that right tackle and whatever tight end they happen to have out there of shedding that blocker and getting in the backfield.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side on 3rd down and 16. Beeson back to pass, has to scramble, got a man chasing him, lets it go in and out of the hands of Avery Crawford. It's 4th down.
And Hoover, lucky they didn't get a hold right there again. Gover was chasing Beeson, and he got pulled pretty good by that right tackle. And saw the referee looking right at it. Almost looked like had that pass been complete, he would have pulled the flag. And without it, he didn't pull the flag. But, you know, once again, Hoover, good kicking program there. Typically have a pretty good kicker, and he booted that first extra point through. This will be about a 42-yarder.
Matthew Dives on to try the field goal for Hoover. Ball is placed at the left hash mark. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. And so with 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first half, Hoover with a 10-0 lead on Thompson. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
Serving Calhoun County and the state of Alabama since 1994. Locally owned and operated, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
Back to receive for the Warriors. 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Hoover with an early 10-0 lead. Time to get that Warrior offense from last week cranked back up. Kick is away. It's another short one. Fair catch is called for and made, this time at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will begin their next drive.
It's interesting, the pooch kicks there from the kicker after he's shown he has a pretty good leg on his last two tries, but I guess they don't want to have the potential for somebody like Anquan to run it back, which he has done this season before. Giving Thompson a little bit better field position.
R.J. Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. 2 receivers to the near side. They're going to place that ball right at the 30-yard line.
All right, just let me know.
First down for the Warriors. On first down, Seaborn back to pass. Lets it go. Just out of reach of the intended receiver, Darian Mosley. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Good block pick up there by Binion in there, back wearing number 6. And I don't know, Trent threw it away because maybe he saw somebody coming at him quick before Binion picked it up or not, but just a little bit of an overthrow there. So did a good job last week. Whenever there would be an overthrow, whenever there would be a missed throw, had that one interception early in the game, was able to come back from it and make great throws.
On second down, gives to Dujon, tries the left-hand side, nothing doing. Gonna lose a couple of yards on that play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 12.
Tried to bounce it outside, couldn't quite find anything, and a little bit of a late throw down there, but not too much after the whistle. Thompson fans wanted a penalty, but they usually don't call that.
3rd down and 12 from the 28. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side, and Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. Switch the formation, brings 3 receivers to the near side. On 3rd down, Seaborn back to pass, has to scramble, gets out of there. He's across the 30, out to about the 33 where he's pushed out of bounds. A little bit late, but no flag there. Gain of about 5 will bring up 4th down and 7, and maybe 8. And the punting unit is headed onto the field for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's one of those hits kind of right there in the boundary. We talked about that one that Trent Cheatham had early on in the season against Vestavia where he pushed him 3 yards inbounds and they called a penalty. Had one on Mac Beeson over here Hoover fans wanted a penalty for. Had one right there on Trent that Thompson fans want a penalty on. It's so tough to call that because you don't really know whether he's actually going to step out of bounds or not.
McGuire on to punt. Punt is away high. Oh, and it's fumbled, and the Warriors have it at the 24-yard line. Yes, he fumbled it immediately. Never had control of that ball. It went through his hands straight to the ground. A Warrior was right there and jumped right on top of it. Was that Peyton Lewis?
I think so.
I believe it was.
And I could be wrong. I don't think he ever called fair catch either. Yeah, it was Lewis jumping on at number 6 there. But I don't think he ever called fair catch, and so with that, you know there's a guy coming to hit you. Now, you got to wait for him to make the catch, obviously, but with a fair catch, you have protection. With that fair catch, they can't touch you at all unless you do fumble it. So interesting call not to call a fair catch right there for the Hoover return man.
Well, and it cost him because now they're going to say the ball's at the 25-yard line. Fresh start now for the Warriors. 2 receivers to the near side on 1st down. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go, has a man there. Oh, in and out of the hands of Anquan Fagans. And that'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's that big playability you want from number 0. Didn't really see him much in there last week. Didn't really need him to be in there much after a big game against Hewitt Trussville. But, you know, a pass like that is going to be there for number 0 eventually.
Second down and 10. Ball is at the 25-yard line of the Bucks. Give is to Dujon straight up the middle. Gain of 3 on that play will bring up a 3rd down and 7.
The referee on this side giving him 4, a lot more than the referee on the far side is, so they'll eventually move that up and give him 4. The interesting thing with that formation, though, only 2 receivers on both of those formations, so not a lot of men going downfield. As Binion limps off right there, hope he is all right. Came up a little slow on that play.
As John mentioned, ball is at the 21-yard line of Hoover on 3rd down and 6. Seaborn back to pass, scans the field, scrambles to his right, now lets it go. Right through the hands of the intended receiver, Michael Dujon, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Dujon did a great job releasing right there. He saw him, he knew he had him, he was open, just couldn't quite connect on it, and they're going to opt for 3 here. With it being a 10-point game, you know, overall a smart decision when it comes to the analytics. You want to try to make it to a 1-score game.
So John Allen McGuire will come on to attempt a 38-yard field goal. Snap, the kick is away. And it is good. And with 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first half, Hoover 10, Warriors 3, your Kent Farms Animal Hospital scoring drive sees John Allen McGuire put it through the uprights, and the Warriors are on the board. We'll be back after these messages. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
Discover why Hungry Hut Barbecue has been Etowah County's go-to for mouth-watering barbecue for 40 years. If you're not in the mood for barbecue, try our very popular chicken finger plate with fried green tomatoes of our famous fried pickles. And don't forget about our drive-thru. Come down to Hungry Hut's Barbecue today.
Warriors are on the scoreboard. John Allen McGuire good from 38 yards, and with 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first half, the Warriors have made it a one-score game. Hoover 10, Thompson 3. McGuire's kick is away, and it is deep again. Another touchback ball will come out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Hoover will begin their next drive.
Got to get a stop here. You held them to a field goal last time, but still overall a long drive. For Thompson, you wanted to capitalize on that mistake, try to get 7 out of it. Still got points on the board, made it a one-possession game. Now it's up to the defense to do their job.
Talked a little bit at the beginning of the game about the passing game, and my thoughts were that it was calm. It hasn't felt that way so far. It doesn't feel like we've been able to develop much of a rhythm on offense. A big stop here. I'd love to see that offense get another chance. On first down, Winston, as the quarterback, slings it out to Mosley. Gain of 4 yards, almost 5 on that play. Will bring up, well, one receiver had him at the 20, or excuse me, one ref had him at the 25. Now they moved that marker up. So it was a gain of 5. Second down and 5.
And Winston did play a little quarterback early on. They moved into wide receiver. He's a talented player. He definitely has the speed to play receiver. He will be the quarterback next year, most likely.
And he is in there at quarterback right now. On second down and 5, runs into his running back and now heads to the right side. Going to gain a yard, maybe a yard and a half. And it'll bring up a third down and a long 3.
That's a little unfamiliarity right there coming in to play quarterback. It's not the first snap he's taken a quarterback, obviously, this season. But, you know, that's the kind of thing that ultimately led to only a yard gain on that play, and a good job out there. I believe it was Micah Fleming kind of forcing him to the outside to where he only gained a yard.
Beeson looks like he's standing next to a coach ready to go. So this is a planned series for Winston. On third down, Winston calls his own number straight up the middle, stopped and not going to get there. He stopped right there at the 29-yard line, and the Bucs will have a decision on fourth down and 1.
Yeah, the only problem is when the tackle was made, kind of slung him forward a little bit to get him to where it's only a 4th and 1 as opposed to a 4th and 2 or 3. They are going to bring the punt team out here, but would not have totally shocked me because their defense has been playing okay if they would have tried to sneak a quick play right there.
So on fourth down, ball is at the 29-yard line. I thought for a minute I saw a punt unit. Now I'm not so sure as Winston remains in the game at quarterback. On fourth down, he tries the left side, and they say he got it.
I don't know about that. That's a very generous spot. I mean, I think he got right up to the 30 maybe, but they're marking him all the way up to the 31.
Yeah, they must have seen something that we didn't see, because I saw him get very close to the 30.
His helmet got up to the 30. Now, where the ball was, who knows in that melee, but see the replay right here. He runs in, instantly gets hit. His helmet is right at the 30, and then he gets pushed back. So that's a very generous spot. Did he get the first down right up to the 30? Maybe. But, I don't know about the spot.
First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Winston calls his own number again. It's been fumbled. The ball is loose. Who's got it? Warriors say they do. They're calling they're calling it an incomplete pass.
Yes. So that is not an incomplete pass. It was a...
He said he was trying to shovel pass it, is what the referee is signaling.
All right, our video visions team has done a great job so far. Let's see this one. Let's see this and see what happened on this one. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so let me ask you this. Yeah, okay. Now they're
Nope. See, now from the head ref standpoint, I see what he's saying because he was pulling the ball back to pass. The problem is when he pulled the ball back to pass, he hit his running back on the fake, and the running back knocked it out.
That is an absolutely horrible call.
1,000,000% a fumble.
Wow. That is just atrocious.
Remember when we had instant replay for a hot second in high school football? I miss those days.
2nd down and 10 from the 31. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Beeson back in at quarterback for the Bucks. And now there's been a delay of game. Did they give him the timeout before they did?
They gave him the timeout.
Wow.
Of course they gave him the timeout.
Well,
the thing is, that's when a guy needs to come from the other side who sees it, when the side judge sees it, because every other referee on the field called it a fumble. They need to come up and tell the white hat, hey, from your angle, all he saw was the quarterback's arms come back like he was about to pass it. They need to talk to each other.
Christina's down on the sideline. Have you got an update for us?
Yeah, Coach Freeman and Coach DeFore clearly upset after that ruling on the field. Coach walked over to his team on the sideline and just said, hey, guys, let it go. Let it go. Let's regroup. I'm allowed to be upset. You guys don't be upset. Let's go out there and play hard. But you could tell a lot of emotion from Coach. He did not like that ruling, and the crowd, too. Guys, a lot of just shock and disbelief that wasn't ruled a fumble.
Christina, thank you. I think that there's shock and disbelief in here as well. Looking at that replay, it was absolutely a fumble.
I mean, you could have had a better view of it from our Video Visions media marketing team here.
Nope, you're absolutely correct. They are always Johnny on the spot with that, and no doubt.
The referee made the motion like he was moving it, because as long as he's moving that arm forward, it is an incomplete pass. He actually was pulling his arm backward when he hit because he was going into the passing motion.
On 2nd down, Beeson quickly out to Winston. He's across the 35 out to about the 39-yard line. They're going to give him the 40, even though he ran out at the 39. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, not a first down yet, but it's going to put him right there next to it. 3rd downs where you have to get off the field. There's been a lot of 3rd down conversions here from this team. It's just been kind of slowly but surely chipping away at the field on all 3 drives so far, even if they do give them bad spots.
The big thing that they're doing, they're keeping it out of Trent Seaborn's hands.
Yep.
3rd down and 1 from the 40-yard line. Beeson under center is going to try and sneak it. And that second effort, nope, they're not going to give it to him. They're going to say that his forward progress was stopped right at the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and 1.
That's the right call, and that's where if you're a Hoover fan, you watch it and you say, well, he clearly ended up going forward. He never went backwards, but he stops for a kind of a moment in time there, and that's when they decided to blow it dead. And the minute they start to blow it dead, Thompson backs off a little bit, and that lets him get some forward momentum there. Ultimately, probably the right call.
And that same formation with Winston when he went for the sneak on 4th down, that same personnel grouping comes right back in on 4th down and 1. Clock is running with 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. 4th down and 1 from their own 40-yard line.
Got to watch a potential pass here. They're going to call their final timeout, Hoover is, to get it. Tim was counting, so I was like, I got to watch the sideline to see if they actually get the timeout, and they actually did get it that time. But it would not surprise me there if Winston kind of pulls it up and throws it to a tight end that releases. Just a quick, really easy pass if he finds it, and if not, then try to run for it. But, hey, if they went for it 10 yards ago, they're going to go for it now.
What a crazy series this has been. Well, what a crazy 7 or 8 minutes. A punt that looked like it was a pretty easy one to catch is fumbled. We get it right there on the 25-yard line, score a field goal. But then that fumble, there was no doubt, and I hope that someone will take a look at that and give this crew a call and say, guys, in a game this big, you can't make that bad of a call.
You know, at SEC Media Days, one of the first people to speak every year is Steve Shaw, who was longtime director of officials there. And he will pull up all kinds of plays and be like, you know, some things we had to go and look at about how we officiated certain plays, targeting a big one of those in college. This is one of those, I don't know if they do this or not when they have their high school media days there in August at the AHSA headquarters, but I sure hope that's a play they pull up and say, guys, we should probably watch this.
Amen. On 4th and 1, Winston gives it to Mosley. Second effort, is he gonna get there?
See,
he is
once again
close.
They're marking it by the helmet. It's literally, it could not be more directly in front of me where that happened. They're marking every time based on the helmet. The Jameis Winston play, his helmet got over the 30. Jonah Winston play, he got over the 30, but they marked his helmet, not where the ball is. Watch right here. The helmet may get up to the line, but the ball does not get to the 41. The ball gets just over the 40, where he would have been about a foot or two short.
Nonetheless, it's a first down for the Bucks. Ball is at the 41-yard line. 2:49 to go in the first half. Gives to Mosley. Tries the middle. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards. Bring up a second down and 8.
And barring a big play, Hoover's big strategy right here, run that clock out. Only 2.5 minutes left. They're not going to go super fast. If they get a big play, maybe they'll start trying to, hey, we'll throw it a little bit. We'll try to get some points on the board. But if you're Thompson, I heard somebody on our crowd, I'm like, call timeout. I mean, yes, maybe, but do you want to give Hoover then 3 free timeouts to potentially move the ball down the field? Probably wise to try to just not do that right now.
The near side referee gave him another yard, so it's 2nd and 7. Mosley again over the right side across the 45 and out to the 47. Bring up a 3rd down and 4. And now head coach Mark Freeman says, let's give this a timeout with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Tim, what are you looking for on our halftime show?
Well, I'm angry, Matthew. I'm going to be honest. I can't say fully what I'm thinking right now, or else there may not be a halftime show. But right now, Thompson is fighting the Zebras as much as they're fighting the Buccaneers, and I'm frustrated. I think that the crowd is frustrated, and we're going to try to encapsulate a little bit of that as we present to you the Marching Southern Sounds and their wonderful halftime show, which will all hopefully calm us down here in the booth a little bit.
Yeah, it's been interesting, I guess, is probably the word I should use.
That's a very polite word to use, Matthew.
Thank you. Yeah, that's about all I can interject right now.
Egregious is the word I would use.
Yeah, that's very appropriate.
Obviously, in the backfield for Hoover, when Winston is in, there's no chemistry between him and his running back, for sure. They bumped into each other 3-4 times, yet somehow they got rewarded for it. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, obvious fumble and then very questionable first down mark there. This referee here on the near side always adds at least a yard to every play.
It's funny you say that because I actually thought he did get more up to about the 48. That ball's marked at the 47. The referee on this side was marking him up close to the 49, but the referee on the far side marked him at the 47.
So 3rd down and 4. Beeson back to pass, lets it go, no one home. And it'll be 4th down.
It was almost Peyton Lewis home. He was trying to get over there because nobody was there. And they did that knowing, look, Thompson's probably going to call timeout, and we know we could potentially go for it on 4th down. Now I imagine this will probably actually be a punt. But interesting play call there. I kind of thought they might still try to run it and force Thompson to use a timeout.
1:57 remaining on 4th down and 4. Beeson in a punt formation. Anquan Fagan stands at his 15-yard line for the Warriors. Snap, punt is away. It's going to bounce at about the 22-yard line. Take a little bit of a Buccaneer roll and end up right at the 15. And that's where the Warriors will begin this drive. 1 minute and 43 seconds remaining in the first half. In what's been an interesting first half, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, Thompson put together, the thing is, the best drive Thompson had is the one that didn't get any points, because they drove down, got stopped on 4th down, didn't get any points. Then the one that didn't drive had the muff punt, still didn't drive, but got 3 points out of it. Good 2-minute drill opportunity here for Thompson.
1st and 10 from the 15. Seaborn give to Dujon, tries the left side, stopped very quickly. It's going to actually lose a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Clock running with 1:30 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, they're going to need to go fast here. Still have 2 timeouts. Don't necessarily want to burn one right here.
2 receivers to the near side, to the far side. Clock continues to run. 2nd down and 11. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. Has Dujon out in the flat across the 15. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Hammered him out of bounds. No flag at all. And I wonder if this referee is even awake.
Yeah, that one right there, he clearly made a turn to the sideline and put that foot out of bounds before he got hit. So we can watch here on the replay. Trent finds his check down man. You see he makes that turn out of bounds, clearly going for a clock stoppage because of how little time is left. He just gets leveled the minute he makes that turn to the sideline.
Unbelievable. 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. Kimbrough is out there. He's across the 40, out to the 41. A lot of real estate that he had yet to go, and they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line. Clock stop as they reset the chains. 1:05 to go. Now it runs again. 1st down. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. There's Kimbrough again inside the 35, out of bounds at the 32. And the Warriors are in business with 55.9 seconds remaining in the first half.
Same play 2 times in a row, just found the breakdown in coverage, and the defense for Hoover has basically had to run the same play twice in a row as well by them going fast. That first pass, if it was just a little shorter, could have potentially gone all the way.
1st down from the 30. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Seaborn back to pass, scans the field, now scrambles to his left, lets it go. Intended out there.
So you hear somebody yelling at 12 people. So at the 11th guy actually ran off, but before him, the 12th guy was about 2 yards short of making it out by the time Trent snapped the ball. Referee totally was not paying attention to that over there. They're having a conference talking about it. Number 5 for Hoover, you might have seen running off the field. And they called. See, that's the thing. There was a 12th man that did run off the field, was like a yard short by the time they called it. Everybody on the Thompson side is probably seeing number 5 run off. He actually was player number 11, so he was not the one at fault. But the thing is, he went off and then came back on the field, which I feel like should also be a penalty of some sort. But still, probably should have had the 12 men for the player that went off before number 5.
Mosley was the intended receiver. The referees need this half more than anybody. On 2nd down, Seaborn back to pass, lets it go, has a man out there. He's down to the 15-yard line, 16-yard line, and he's been hurt. I can't quite see the number. It is 3. That is Darian Mosley. He made a beautiful catch, got hit right away, and then Mosley is down at about the 16, 17-yard line. As they attend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
Whataburger.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel, but professional care. Come see us today.
1 seconds remaining in the first half. Darian Mosley with a beautiful catch at the 16-yard line. Shaken up on the play, but got up under his own power. Got a quick drink and headed to the sidelines. It is 1st and 10 Warriors from the 16. Seaborn back to pass, rolls to his left, looking, lets it go. Intended receiver down there. Ball falls incomplete. Had a defender all over his back, did Anquan Fagans. No call. second down and 10 from the 16 with exactly 30 seconds remaining in this first half.
Was it a little short? Sure. Could he have potentially gotten there? Maybe also sure. But he was all over him the entire time. I mean, pulling on the back of that jersey, keeping him from trying to get open.
Oh, flag on that play as Trent Seaborn clapped his hands and a Hoover Buck just hammered an offensive lineman.
I just love how the referee on the near side was the one that threw the flag, and he had to run all the way to the referee and hold up, hey, this is offsides on the defense, if you didn't know. Yeah, no kidding. I think we got that one. Even we could call that one.
That'll move the ball down to the 11-yard line with exactly 30 seconds remaining. It is second down. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. R.J. Evans to the left of Trent Seaborn. He's back to pass, lets it go, looking for the corner of the end zone, finally gets the flag.
The crazy thing is, that's actually probably the least egregious thing they've done so far this game when they threw the flag on it.
Anquan was out there in the corner, and the receiver, the defensive back, Trayshawn Darden, was all over him, and they finally threw that flag.
I mean, he did push it. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a penalty, but that's probably the least egregious thing they've done covering Anquan specifically, because he's such a talented player. They're trying to stay on him. I get it. Trust me. But interesting. No calls up until that point, and then finally they call it.
So first and goal. Ball is at the 5-yard line. 25.2 seconds remaining in this first half.
Still 2 timeouts, too.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Seaborn. Give is to Dujon. He's inside the 5, down to the 2, down to the 1. Touchdown, Warriors. Touchdown, Michael Dujon.
That's why I pointed out there's still 2 timeouts left. You can run the ball when you're only on the 5-yard line. Had a couple of times if he didn't get in then to try to run it again with him, as long as he gets some positive yardage. Good, strong run right there, and kept moving his feet, turned around backwards, fell backwards into the end zone.
What a wonderful way to cap off that drive. 18.2 seconds remaining. John Allen McGuire on to attempt the extra point. And now we've got a stoppage.
Play clock never ran after that.
They've got the play clock figured out. Now we will attempt the extra point. The snap, kick is up, and it is good. And the Kent Farms Animal Hospital scoring drive will have to wait because there is a flag on that play.
Whatever it is, it's going to be on Hoover because they'll take it on the kickoff.
So our Kent Farms Animal Hospital scoring drive sees Michael Dujon take it in from just outside the 5-yard line. John Allen McGuire's extra point attempt is good, and we are tied at 10 with 18.2 seconds remaining. John, it's exactly what we needed right before halftime.
It is, and you also got a personal foul right there, so this should move the ball up, I would assume, to the 45 of Hoover. If it does, I'm not saying an onside kick here wouldn't be, a potential, but let's see where it should move it up to there. Yeah, they're moving it up to the 45 of Hoover. Here's the thing, you kick an onside kick, you got to get to the 35.
Right.
So not the worst idea in the world. I doubt they're going to do it, but not the worst idea in the world if you want to try to do it right here, because even if Hoover gets it, they're going to get it between the 30 and 35 with 18 seconds left.
It sure would be fun to see it. There are 18.2 seconds remaining in the first half. Hoover is completely out of timeouts. Thompson with 2 remaining. That ball will be kicked from the 45-yard line of the Bucks because of that personal foul on the extra point attempt. McGuire ready to kick, runs up to it, and just lets it go. It'll go through the end zone for a touchback. I did like the idea, though.
I mean, you got to think about where the ball has to go to, and it has to go to the 35. You try to kick it a little further than that, potentially to about the 30 by the time it's actually touched. They have no timeouts left. They're going to come out here and take a knee or just run the ball. I like to live dangerously, I guess. It's 10-10. You have all the momentum on your side. Why not try to get a little more? Because here's the thing. You get the ball at the 30, 35-yard line. I mean, that's easily within Trent's range to get a touchdown or get up a little bit to where McGuire can kick another field goal.
Exactly. As it stands, ball is placed at the 20-yard line. First down for Hoover. 18.2 seconds remaining in this first half. Beeson under center. Just going to take a knee. And that will end the first half of play from Warrior Stadium. Thompson 10, Hoover 10. 1 half remaining to decide the Region 3 championship. Tim and John will have our halftime show. We'll let Christina catch up with Coach here, see what he has to say as he heads into the locker room congratulating his players. And here is Christina with head coach Mark Freeman.
Coach, how important was it for you guys to score right there to end the half to tie it up?
It was big. It was a great drive. You know, we had other chances in the first half. We didn't. That football, we got to take advantage of some of them opportunities. The fumble punt was big for us. We should have cashed in a little bit better on that, but we played good. We get the ball coming out second half.
All right, Coach, you seem loose out there, cheering on the way into.
We're playing the Bucks, man. Thank y'all.
Christina, thank you so much. Tim and John are standing by with our halftime show. We're tied at 10. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
At Martin's Pharmacy, a family-owned business, shopping local means personalized care from a team you trust. We accept most insurance and Medicaid, offer $3 local delivery, and provide essential services like vaccinations and wellness checks. No appointment needed. From over-the-counter items to unique gifts and greeting cards, we have it all. Serving the community since 1997, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your neighbors. Support local and experience the difference at Martin's Pharmacy.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor Difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Feel like in this heavyweight fight, the official in the middle of the ring may be the one determining which blows actually land, and I hate to see that for all of these young athletes on the field of play. A huge missed fumble call that would have put the Warriors in great territory to be able to potentially score much earlier than they did. They made the most of the couple of minutes they had remaining there before the first half of play. But John, when the referees and when the officiating is a major storyline coming out of a half of football, that's never a good thing.
No, it's not. And there's two black and white teams are playing tonight, Hoover and the referees for sure. And it hasn't just been one referee. It's like, that one guy, don't run a play over there. It's been every single one of them. I mean, it's just been multiple things. That fumble, I think, was the biggest one there when Jonah Winston ran into his running back. Look, I said at the time, I understand where the white hat is coming from. I'm not as mad at the white hat as I am for the other referees not coming in and paying attention to the play, and nobody else able to come in and say, no, look, he was pulling that ball into the running back when he was going into the passing motion, which is why the head ref ended up calling it that way. He's the one that called an incomplete pass. Everybody else called it a fumble. So go tell the referee or the white hat why you called it a fumble. Some of the spots. I mean, I'm literally sitting at the 41-yard line right now, looking straight ahead at the 41-yard line, which is where they got that last first down on that second conversion there on fourth down when they brought Winston in and kind of that goal line formation. And, I mean, it wasn't even close on either one of them, and we had the replay as well. So you're supposed to call it where the ball is, not where the helmet is. That's what they've been doing. But you know what? I went through years of referee school when I was a referee. I guess you don't have to go through and get as many credits nowadays.
What's the percentage chance that the Marching Southern Sounds have a flag thrown on them at some point here
Very
over
possible.
the next few minutes?
I mean, the Hoover people are all sides right now. The Hoover band is, but they're not calling anything.
My goodness. 10-10 for those watching us on Facebook and wondering what the score is. And it is all knotted up here going into the third quarter, but it does feel like Thompson had to generate their own power. They had to put a trolling motor on the back of the boat because the wind had been taken out of their sails by some calls that were made or not made that would have definitely changed the shape of the first two quarters of play here in this big region title bout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the region score report presented by Coca-Cola. There's definitely a lot of great games taking place this week, John. None bigger than this one within the region. What currently stands out to you?
Yeah, really, there's only one big game left in the region outside of this one. That's Hoover Vestavia next week, depending on what happens here. But tonight, still, so a lot of big games going on. I mentioned in our pregame show that Region 2 has a lot of big ones going on. But first, Region 3 games. 10-10 here. You have Hewitt-Trussville up 42-0 on Oak Mountain. I do not have a score in Vestavia and Tuscaloosa County. I looked that up. I can't imagine Vestavia is playing too bad against them. But the games people are keeping an eye on, Central and Opelika, and the biggest reason that game is important because the winner tonight plays basically the winner of that game in the playoffs. If they make it down to the second round, they will play a team out of Mobile, Region 3 will, and then Region 2 will play a team out of Region 4, and we've seen how well that has gone for Region 4 in the past. But, it's an important game, and Opelika up 17-7 on Central at the half. Central still pretty good, but they struggled against Carver, ended up getting a win there, struggled against Auburn, ended up falling in that one. Opelika, they've come on and been really, really good. We saw Opelika last year, not quite as good in 7A. Vestavia up 35-0 on Tuscaloosa County. I knew that would probably be a blowout, but, Central, that's a team that I had kind of almost written in pen after that loss to Auburn. They're going to be the second seed, and that's who the winner of this game would face in the second round of the playoffs. And, of course, it'll be at home for whoever wins this game, but could potentially be Opelika, could also still potentially be Carver. They are losing to Auburn 19-8. They have to win if they want to try to get a 2 seed, but right now I have them out of the playoffs altogether because they lost to Central last week. They lost to Enterprise by a field goal the week before that. Enterprise will probably be the 4 seed depending on how things shake out, but Carver and Opelika play next week to determine a playoff spot. But a couple of big games there in Region 2. Only other game really to keep an eye on, Baker and Mary Montgomery. Baker up 19-7 at the half. If Baker wins that, they'll have to beat Fairhope next week to win the region title, but that will potentially be the team that the winner from Region 1 will play in the semifinal. Excuse me, the winner from Region 3 will play in the semifinals if they make it that far, and will likely have to be in Mobile regardless. So I know it's typically weird to see having to travel to Mobile in the playoffs, but that is something to keep an eye on. Baker winning that one, and then Austin Oliver, James Clemens for the Region 4 title tonight, 28-7.
This is a Thompson team, once again tied with Hoover, 10-10 at the half. We appreciate all of those joining us here on the halftime show as we continue to update you on all the different scores and what's going on. But, John, this is a team in Thompson that has been making the most of their opportunities there at the end of the first half with a little time remaining on the clock and turning that into points, and it was much needed here in this contest as Hoover got out to an early 10-0 lead.
And I mentioned they had about 2:30 left to go, Hoover did, in the half, and they were trying to basically just run the clock out. That was their game. But then after a big stop on a first down, Thompson called a timeout. Hoover realized their game. Hey, they're going to try to stop the clock here. They tried to go to an air attack. Couldn't make that work. So you got to give credit to the defense for giving Thompson the ball back with just under 2 minutes left. And I mentioned a good 2-minute drill, and they basically did it with 18 seconds left, driving down the field. And that was where Trent really kind of came into his element. Overall, stats aren't quite there. It's 6-12 for a little over 90 yards. But, I think we saw a little bit in that drive to say, hey, Trent's starting to find his rhythm a little bit. Some of the first passes, he found the open receivers. Mentally and with his eyes, he's doing what he needs to do. The passes were just a little overthrown each time, a little too high for the receiver, a little too far for the receiver, but he eventually kind of honed that in that last drive. And I think going fast forced him into having to be accurate, and he did a good job becoming accurate. So that's what I'm looking to see when they come out and get the ball to start that second half. I want to see them go right back to Trent. Yes, Dujon could potentially run to set things up. The first drive, they were good. Dujon ran well. well, but then since then, Hoover has kind of, corralled the run a little bit. I want to see you go back to Trent, do the exact same thing you did on that 2-minute drive.
Once again, we are tied 10-10 here at half. The winner of this will be your region champ. It is a big one here in Alabaster, and we're looking forward to bringing you the second half of coverage. But right now it's time to look at the road to the Super 7 presented by Dunn's. Let's take a look at how the Warriors got here and where they're going. The road to the Super 7 certainly runs through Warrior Stadium. Dunn's HVAC, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud supporter of Thompson Athletics. Dunn's encourages preventative maintenance on all your home systems. Now is the time to service your HVAC. Call them today and schedule a preventative service. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule here, John. A lot of W's up there.
Because of all those W's, that means the first round will be here at Warrior Stadium no matter what, whether Thompson wins or loses tonight. So it's always good to lock up a top 2 seed and get a playoff game here at home regardless. And after that Grayson loss, a 1-point overtime loss, Grayson went for 2 there in overtime to try to end it after Thompson had a successful try, got the win. So that's that first L. But then big win over Lipscomb Academy, big revenge win after they came here 2 years ago with Trent Dilfer and ran over, they didn't run over Thompson, but they were able to get a 10-point win here. It's the last win Trent Dilfer had. And then Tuscaloosa County, a big win on the road in the rain. Oak Mountain at home, a big win at home in the rain. Then Vestavia, that was a game that, look, I think Vestavia could give Hoover. We see how close these two teams are here. I think Vestavia could give Hoover fits next week, win or lose in this one. They're trying to move up in position, so if Thompson can get the win tonight, Vestavia will be very motivated. But the defense stood tall on that one, got 3 touchdowns in the second half, 24 unanswered points to win that one. Then Clay Chaltville, they're playing Oxford tonight. Not sure what the score is there, but they have been nearly unstoppable this season. Really, Thompson, the only close game they've played, they won in overtime by a point as well. Then a big win over Hewitt-Trussville, former rival of Clay Chaltville, 15-10 at home, and then a big win at Hillcrest last week in Tuscaloosa. We mentioned Trent just lighting up the scoreboard over 400 yards passing, and then doing it there on that last drive here against Hoover. And next week against Prattville. Prattville lost to Hillcrest last night. They're officially eliminated from the playoffs, but I know it's a proud program down there. They're trying to kind of get things back going. They've built a new stadium down there that our friend Stacey Mills was posting on Facebook this past week, and I know they're excited to get to that next year. I know it's kind of hard to look forward to next year, but try to use that last game against Thompson there as motivation going into next year, where I think they're going to try to be a force here in Region 3.
There you have it. That's the Dunn's road to the Super 7. Routine maintenance helps save time and money in the long run. Call Dunn's HVAC, Plumbing, and Electrical today at 205-583-6605 for dependable service done right. We're getting you ready for the Marching Southern Sounds. We're also getting you ready for the second half of this one, as it is a tied ball game, 10-10 after 2 quarters. John, what is it going to take for Thompson to break free of this tie and secure the region championship?
Well, Hoover's been in the lead the entire game until those last 18 seconds. So I think if Thompson can come out and get any points on the board, it's going to put a little pressure on Hoover that they haven't had to face all night long. They really haven't had to face much this season except for that Parker and Spain Park game, but both of those were back and forth, especially that Spain Park game early on where they lost, but it was a high-scoring affair. Look, this defense for Hoover's good, and they've done a good job outside of that 2-minute drill kind of corralling Thompson, especially on the one where Thompson got the field goal. It was only because of a muff punt. Outside of that, Hoover would still have a 10-7 lead. So, Hoover's going to come out and try to play strong defense, but if Thompson can score early on, if Trent can get his arm going again on that first drive, that's going to put Hoover way behind the 8 ball, and they're going to be struggling in the second half.
We shall see. The momentum there in the second quarter definitely was controlled by Thompson. Now the field controlled by those Marching Southern Sounds, and man, have we needed them more than ever here tonight after what was a wild first half for sure. Lots of big moments. Sit back and listen to those Marching Southern Sounds and enjoy the halftime show. We appreciate you being here with us each and every week on the Warrior Nation Network.
sports, every point counts. And at Alfred Insurance,
Penguins Bar and Grill. Come down for our amazing bar, stocked with everything you could want, and our amazing food, ranging from whole pizzas all the way to oysters. Our food is cooked fresh and brought to you with amazing service. For the best food and drinks, come to Penguins Bar and Grill.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a family-owned and operated manufactured home dealership. We offer affordable housing for our customers as well as a multitude of different financing options to help our customers get into a new home. When you come to Minton Home Center and you start looking around our lot, the first thing you will notice is that we have the most competitive prices in the industry.
Hey, this is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you to find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Welcome. For unbeatable mileage, put some Techron in your tank today. Go Warriors!
Poto's Boutique is a proud sponsor of Thompson Athletics. Ladies, are you looking for casual and cute outfits, accessories, or the newest fashion trends? Poto's has you covered. Follow us at Poto's Boutique on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by our store on Highway 31 in Calera.
Back inside Warriors Stadium, just moments away from the beginning of our second half. John, wasn't thrilled with the way this one started. Certainly thrilled with that second quarter. Your take?
Yeah, I had the opening drive touchdown that we've seen a couple of times this season so far. It was just a kind of chip away the defense, take a lot of time off the clock. Then Thompson put together a pretty good drive down inside the red zone and just could not capitalize. Then, you know, it kind of was a back and forth, but Thompson brought it to 10-3, had a good field goal there from John Allen McGuire. And then I think it was the defensive stop there, calling the timeouts to get the ball back with about 2 minutes left. And then Trent Seaborn came alive. I mean, we've seen a little bit from it, from him. You know, he was able to get it to some receivers, a little overthrown on other receivers, a little too far. But that drive, he was dialed in. The smart thing about that final drive was, by having to go fast, you forced Hoover into a bad defense 2 plays in a row, and he found Kimbrough 2 plays in a row in the exact same place. Both times finding a weakness in that defense and being able to see that and find that weakness 2 times in a row was what was really huge to get the ball out to him from about the 15 to like the 40, and then from the 40 over into Hoover territory. And then from there, just able to put together a really good drive, got it down inside the 5 with about 30 seconds left. We're able to run it at that point with 2 timeouts. That's the other thing, didn't waste a timeout. You had a little bit of a stoppage for the injury there on Mosley, but still able to move down the field with a good 2-minute drive, get the touchdown on the board, get all the momentum back on your side.
And speaking of that momentum, we start the second half with the ball. We're just about ready for action as Dibes has the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Evans and Fagans back to receive for the Warriors. And we are underway. Fair catch signaled for and made about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Warriors will begin their first drive of half number 2.
I guess they decided we're going to kick it at Kevin Davis. He's a linebacker. It's not his typical thing to kick it to him, but he's done a good job so far catching it every time.
Ball is at the left hash mark as we begin this second half. Dujon in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side on first down. Man comes in motion across the formation. Dujon with the ball. Wrapped up very quickly, and Christina is on the sideline with an update. We'll check in with her momentarily. On second down and 11, ball is now at the 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dujon to Seaborn's right. Fake the handoff, back to pass, lets it go, had a man all over him, no flag again.
Yeah, there's been a couple that may have been a little short, a little too far. That ball was right where it needed to be, but him grabbing around the ankles slowed him up just enough to where it was on the fingertips instead of right in his hands where it should have been. That's one, once again, flag probably should have been thrown. Coach Freeman down there letting the ref have it.
And he should. I mean, that was egregious. It was very obvious. Third down and 11. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and Evans in the backfield now with Trent Seaborn. He goes in motion, back to pass, rolls to his right, gotta let it go, has Evans out there, catches the ball at about the 21-yard line, and they lose 3 more. It'll be 4th down and 14.
Well, ends up being a 3 and out, but I mean, that should have been a pass interference there, just enough to keep the receiver from catching it, getting there a little early. And you hate to see that continuing here in the second half. I thought maybe the break would give the referees a chance to read the rule book a little bit, but, whatever.
Yeah, a Red Bull or something, because they are just asleep at the wheel. Punt is away. High punt from McGuire. Takes a huge Warrior bounce down inside the 30. Going to stop at the 28-yard line. That ball bounced just inside of midfield and made it all the way down to the 28. And that's where Hoover will begin their next drive. Christina is on the sidelines and ready with a message for us.
Well, guys, one of the things head coach Mark Freeman told his team in the locker room was, hey, go out there, keep fighting, go have some fun. You saw how loose he was to end the half. He was giving the Alabaster City Schools technology team high fives heading into the locker room. Obviously, not how he wanted to start the second half, but you can tell there's a different kind of energy with this team right now.
Beeson begins the Bucks' first drive of the second half, calling his own number, gets it out to the 35, 36-yard line. Gain of 8 on that play will bring up a second down and 2.
So they go away from Jared on that play. They go over to Cam Pritchett's side. I thought he actually did a really good job. Tried to do a spin move out from the hold on the right tackle right there. No call there as Beeson's able to break free.
On 2nd and 2, the give is to Mosley. He gets it out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that'll be a Buck first down.
The way I said with Hoover, if Thompson can score and kind of put Hoover behind the 8 ball, Thompson's got to do the same thing on defense. You don't want to try to get behind again in this game. He finally brought it back to a tie. Hoover has had the lead the entire game up until this point. You got to get a big stop here if you're on defense.
1st and 10, ball is at the 41. Beeson back to pass, now calls his own number, takes off. He's across the 40 out to about the 43-yard line.
Beeson on the carry.
Gain of 2 on that play brings up a second down and 8.
I think a lot's going to fall on the shoulders of number 7 and number 1, both in on that tackle. Trent wrapped him up around the legs. Vinny Pires came in to finish off the tackle. If he gets past that first line of defense there, they're the 2 sitting at that linebacker position a few yards back, able to get up there and make the play like they did right there, and a lot's going to fall on them, especially with this rushing attack.
Referee to the near side said it was a yard forward, of course, so it's placed at the 44-yard line. Second down. Beeson gives to Mosley. He's hit immediately. Vinny Pires just drove him straight backwards.
That I thought it actually was a yard back from that, but we have great replays right here. I mean, he got met at the 44 right there, and they're going to put it up at the 45 for some reason. But same thing right there. Number 7 gets him around the ankles. Number 1 comes in and finishes the tackle up. The exact same player right there. Really good job by that linebacker core. Big 3rd and 6 here for the defense.
On 3rd and 6, 2 receivers to the near side. Mosley in the backfield to the right of his quarterback.
Not saying Winston's lined up off sides, but he's over the line there.
Back to pass. Beeson now rolls to his left. He's being chased. Going to be dragged down right about midfield. Let's see where they mark him down. It's going to be very close. And the referee on the near side is signaling first down, of course.
I thought Jared did a good job getting there and kind of pulling him back. Kept from being a horse collar. He didn't grab him inside the jersey. He grabbed him around the shoulder pads instead. Let's see where he gets to right here. And he gets to just over. He may have gotten up to the 51. Good pursuit there from number 4. Just couldn't quite get him down in time.
So ball was placed at the Thompson 49-yard line. First down and 10 for the Bucks.
That said the 51. I meant the 49.
We all
completely
understood what you meant. Yes, sir.
I didn't say that.
Jefferson in the backfield. The give is to him. Tries the right side. He's inside the 45, down to about the 43-yard line. Gain of 6 on that play. He'll bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Jefferson on the carry to the 43. 6-yard gain, 2nd down.
The best thing Hoover's done all games so far, is they've just controlled the clock. That's wearing this defense out. I mean, they have held the ball. I don't know what the time possession is, but it has to be way in Hoover's favor.
8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game as the clock is running. Beeson with the quarterback scramble. He's run out of bounds after a gain of 2. Mark him down at the 41-yard line. He'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Kind of looked like a broken play there, and he just took off with it.
Big 3rd down right here. I mean, we saw them go for it multiple times on 4th down in their own territory, so you know this is still probably 4th down territory for them here. But if you can push them back from where they are, it's going to make them have to think a little bit and maybe get away from that Jonah Winston formation.
Got to get to the 39. Ball is currently at the 41. It is 3rd down. Jefferson in the backfield. The give is to him. He's got the ball inside the 39 down to the 38-yard line. And another Buck 1st down.
Jefferson to the 38. 1st down, Hoover.
Just so close every time, right there on the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. The 3rd down's when you have to get off the field. I know they go for it on 4th a lot too, but just able to find the hole. Almost a really good tackle there from Noah Streeter, just unable to bring him down.
By the time they hike this ball, we'll be at about the 7.5-minute mark remaining in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Ball is at the Warrior 38-yard line. Quick give to Winston. He tries the right-hand side. He's inside the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 32, 33-yard line. They've got him down at the 32. 2nd down and a long 4.
Tackle made by Hayden McDonald. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
No particular hurry at all here from Hoover. 7 minutes and 24 seconds remaining as he did go out of bounds on that play. On 2nd down and 4, 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Jefferson in the backfield with Beeson. The give is to Jefferson. Tries the right side, bounces it out, and is stopped. Going to be thrown for a loss of a yard on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 5.
Good job to kind of get away from that high-low block right there. I didn't see whose number it was, but you can see that one lineman wrapped around the legs of somebody, and then somebody came in and blocked him high. Should have potentially been a penalty there. 15-yard penalty. That's a dangerous play for the offensive line, but still able to get a loss of a yard there, so good job by the defense.
So on 3rd down, there are 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Allen in the backfield directly behind his quarterback. They fake it to him, and Beeson's going to take off. He's inside the 30. They're going to stop him, mark him down right at the 30-yard line. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
4th and 1 here. They're probably going to go the same kind of play they did before. Let's see if they let Winston come in at quarterback. Or if they'll keep Beeson in there. Yeah, they're going to bring that big jumbo formation in and let Winston try to do something.
So Beeson trots off. Got a jumbo package in. It really is 4th down and 2. Ball is at the 30. They need to get to the 28-yard line of the Warriors. On 4th down, snap is high. He rolls to his left. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Hoover.
I didn't see who it was, but somebody got to the second level. They missed a hold something bad. So the person who was going to be the guy to take the pursuit on Winston tried to come over, got hit by a lineman downfield. Kind of got pulled on there, but Winston was trying to use that speed to get around the outside.
So Dives on the field to attempt the extra point. 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The snap, kick is up, and it is good. Hoover 17, Thompson 10. 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
I'm Dr. Michael Patterson, orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports.
At Pediatrics Plus, we're dedicated to caring for your child from infancy through adolescence. Our experienced team offers personalized care with separate buildings for both sick and well children. We're proud to provide the only exclusively well-care building in Anniston and the surrounding areas. Visit pediatricspluspc.com or call 256-241-2671 to schedule an appointment today. Pediatrics Plus, where your child's health comes
first. The Bucks has the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Evans and Fagans back to receive for the Warriors, although they have been pooch kicking, trying to keep it away from our 2 dangerous return men, and they do it again. Fair catch is signaled for and made at the 27-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will begin their next drive.
That is a lot of pressure to put over there on Kevin Davis. They tried to do it on Binion a couple of weeks ago as well, but done a good job so far. Corralling that one in, made multiple good fair catches, and ultimately giving Thompson the ball in better field position than had they kicked it all the way to the end zone.
They say he signaled for the fair catch at the 28, and that's where the ball will be placed. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Michael Dujan in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. On 1st down, Dujan in motion. Seaborn back to pass. Now decides to let it go. Has a guy out there. It's Byers. He's across the 40, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 1st down, Warriors.
The thing I like about that right there is so far when the pressure has been collapsing around him, he's decided to try to roll out and run around him, instead stepping up into the pocket right there. Really good job by Trent. Ooh, almost false start there from Mosley.
He played that off
well. He played it off very well.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side on 1st down. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go and just chucks it out of bounds. Live to see another day. 2nd down and 10. Good decision making there. He was under pressure, did not have a receiver open, and just let it go out of bounds. This time 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and R.J. Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn.
If they don't bring pressure, I'd like to see R.J. kind of release out in the middle. It seems like that's been pretty open for him to find at least some kind of positive yardage.
2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 42. Pressure coming from the Bucks. He lets it go, has a man out there. He's got Mosley inside the 20, inside the 15, still fighting for yardage down to the 9-yard line. First and goal, Warriors. Great catch there from Darian Mosley.
Double coverage there, just finds his man, realizes he's going to use his speed to get past him. You see him beat the safety and the cornerback that's on him, and he catches it about the 25, fights for all that extra yardage up to the 9-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 10, even though it got up to the 9, of course, but really good yards after the catch right there.
So first and goal, they do spot the ball at the 10-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. On first down, Seaborn back to pass, looking around, lets it go. Just out of bounds, but there is a flag down. They say that the defender was all over the Warrior receiver. And Christina's got an update on the sidelines. Christina. Intended receiver was Michael Dujon. There is a flag on that play. That flag moves the ball down to the 5-yard line. It'll remain first and goal.
And he tried to throw it where only Dujon could get it, try to do that swan dive catch that we've seen a couple times in the last couple of weeks. Defender pulled his jersey.
Bring 3 receivers to the near side. Brooks Byers on the far side. Michael Dujon in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. First and goal. Gives to Dujon straight up the middle. He's fighting for it. Did he get the push in? They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Second down and goal.
We need that Hoover benefit of the doubt, extra yard on the push every time.
Yeah, we don't seem to be getting that same luxury that the guys in the white uniforms are
I don't
getting.
think he got in, but it's they didn't get those first downs either.
Second down and 1. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dujon in the backfield. Seaborn calls his own number. Touchdown Warriors. Touchdown Trent Seaborn.
Great decision right there to keep that one. They're not expecting it at all. He hasn't really done much running. Even when he's had the opportunity to run, he's tried to find him a receiver instead, but all of that kind of led to him being able to pull the ball right there. They keyed in on number 5 completely, and he's able to get around right side for the touchdown.
Put that head down and just said, here I go. Great call from Seaborn. John Allen McGuire on to attempt the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. And we are tied at 17 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
At Southeastern Pond Manning. Your pond's potential. Because, let's be honest, when it is all said and done, life is about the simple things, like enjoying the outdoors with the ones that matter the most. So let us take care of the rest. Southeastern Pond Management. Managing your liquid assets.
McGuire's kick after the Warriors score has tied it at 17, fielded at the 2, out across the 25. The receiver is down at the 25-yard line, call it the 24-yard line. And that's where the Bucks will begin their next drive.
Big defensive stop right here needed for Thompson. Now you've got it back tied. You've got it back in the situation after a good drive from the offense that you had it at 10-10. Pretend like this is the beginning of the half, and you're trying to stop them right here. If you can get a big stop, you could definitely swing the momentum of this game.
Ball is just inside the 25-yard line. 4:13 remaining in the third quarter, tied at 17. On first down, man in motion for the Bucks. Beeson hands it off. Mosley tries the left side. Nothing doing there. They're going to give him a yard because that's what they do. 2nd down and 9.
See Hoover right there, does a great job. He did get about a yard right there, but then cleaned up by Kevin Davis. Really great job tonight from 15 and 51.
Ball is at the 26-yard line. Winston, the receiver, to the near side. Mosley in the backfield to the left of his quarterback on 2nd down and 9. The give is to him. Tries the middle. Nothing doing. Stacked up immediately and brought down. No gain on that play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
I mentioned a lot's going to fall on number 7 and number 1 with Trent and Vinny, but Gover's done a good job kind of being that first man through. Kevin Davis as well at that linebacker position. All three have done a really good job of kind of being that second help for that defensive front, and really good job putting them in a really tough 3rd down. If you get another big stop like this, then all of a sudden that Jonah Winston 4th down formation doesn't quite work in a long situation.
So 2 receivers to the far side, 3 to the near side on 3rd down and 9 for the Bucks. Ball is at the 26-yard line. Beeson drops back, feeling some pressure, lets it go. It's intercepted. Intercepted Terry Robinson inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Beautiful interception there by Robinson. Smelled that out, read it perfectly. They're going to put it at the 27. 1st down, Warriors.
That's what you want to do. You want to get them in a 3rd and long situation, so you force a pass like that. The pressure was slowly collapsing the pocket around him. You see Jared Smith coming in there. He had to step up. Didn't want to try to run with it. Honestly, he probably could have run with it. Forced it to Winston. That's the thing when you have that one receiver. You try to force it to him a lot of times and end up making a huge mistake there. Robinson, Johnny on the spot to take that one back for an interception.
On 1st down, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. R.J. Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. Can feel that momentum starting to swing. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. Receiver was being interfered with like crazy, and there's no call. Goodness gracious. Dedrick Kimbrough had nowhere to go. He had a guy in each of his pockets, and they didn't call it at all. Mark Freeman is beside himself.
We're with you, Coach. He saw it. It was right in front of him on their sideline. I held up for the minute that play developed because you could see he was in single coverage over here. Trent knew it. That's why he threw it over there.
2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side.
He's got single coverage over here again. That's something that potentially, if he maybe cuts across the middle, he could potentially find as long as he doesn't get grabbed.
Gives to Evans. He's going to lose a couple back to the 32, maybe the 30. Yep, they're going to mark him down at the 33.
Forward progress should have him up about the 31 when he actually got grabbed. And as long as contact is still maintained, it should be forward progress.
Brings up a 3rd down and 15. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, tied at 17. 3rd down and 15. Ball is on the 33-yard line of Hoover. Seaborn back to pass, lets it go, and it's dropped. Screen pass out there for RJ, just couldn't quite hang on to it, and that'll bring up 4th down and 15.
So you're in a position where the field goal would be 50 yards. McGuire has made from that long before, but it's almost like you go for it here, you get it some decent yardage, then you put them close to the 20, which would basically be a punt. So I understand just going for it right here, seeing what you can get out of it.
They're kind of talking things over. They're going to send McGuire on to attempt about a 50-yard field goal. They're going to have to hurry as there's 7 seconds on the play clock, down to 5. The snap, the kick is away, and is it good? It is good! What a beautiful kick, just snuck over the upright with 1:41 remaining. Warriors take the lead at 20-17. Wow, what a call there by the Warriors. 9 seconds remaining on that play clock when McGuire first started to get set. Would they hike it with 1 left on that play clock?
Yeah, that's the thing is he tried to, when you're a kicker, you try to do your back up and put yourself in perfect position. He didn't have time for that. He had about 5 seconds to put himself right here. I mean, he's excited. Look, I told you, he's made one from there before. I think against Hewitt last year, he made a 50-yarder, but I think that's as long as either 50 or 51. But with the rush out there for the line to get set, the snapper has to rush, the holder has to rush, and, of course, John Allen has to rush to get set up. And everybody just perfect harmony to get it all done right at the last second and put that one through. Great job by the kicking team.
What a wonderful thing for that young man. He gives the Warriors the lead with 1 minute and 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I chuckle because John, just if you could see the look on his face, oh my goodness. McGuire to kick in the air. It's high and it's deep. It's going to be fielded at the 1. They're going to bring it out. He's across the 15, across the 20, across the 25, out to the 30, 35-yard line. Let's see where they say his progress was stopped. It's going to be right at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Bucks will begin their next drive.
And McGuire actually having to get out here and help make the tackle along with somebody else. I didn't see who it was. May have been Chance Strone or Angel Jones out there, number 10. Didn't see which number 10 it was, but
Jamar Moultrie with the return for the Bucks. They place the ball at the 36-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On first down, quick pitch out to Jefferson. Tries that right side. Gets about 2 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 8.
And that pitch goes to the near side. Really all you have to do is try to just hold the line, try to force him to the boundary as quick as you can because it's a much shorter field. Jared Smith did a good job of kind of forcing him out there. Still got a couple of yards out of it, but could have potentially been more if they hadn't come from behind.
2nd down and 8. Ball is at the 38-yard line of the Bucks. Give is to Jefferson. Tries that right side again. Going to get across the 40 out to the 41-yard line. Of course, they're going to give him the 42. So 3rd down and 4. Excuse me, the 42-yard line. I beg your pardon. They need to get to the 46. 3rd down and a long 4. Big 3rd down here in this 3rd quarter. 25 seconds remaining, but only 14 on that play clock. On 3rd down, give quick little pop pass out to Winston, and he's got it at the 47-yard line. That'll move the chains. 1st down for the Bucks, and that'll be the final play of quarter number 3. John Allen McGuire with a beautiful field goal gives the Warriors the lead at 20-17. 4th quarter coming up next. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
Hello, my name is Bob Couch, and I'm the owner of Couch's Jewelers. We are your destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary and birthday gifts. We offer a wide selection of the best value diamond jewelry and engagement rings. We even gift wrap every purchase for free. And if you have some jewelry that is broken, no worries. Expert jewelry service is offered in-house. At Couch's Jewelers, our customer service is unmatched. If you'd like a special jewelry item created just for you, please come to see us.
At Martin's Pharmacy, a family-owned business, shopping local means personalized care from a team you trust. We accept most insurance and Medicaid, offer $3 local delivery, and provide essential services like vaccinations and wellness checks. No appointment needed. From over-the-counter items to unique gifts and greeting cards, we have it all. Serving the community since 1997, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your neighbors. Support local and experience the difference at Martin's Pharmacy.
Tina is on the sidelines with an update on John Allen McGuire.
Yeah, one thing after that game against Clay Chalkville where he missed the game-winning field goal, guys, he was really hard on himself. Coach said his mentality just, he's hard on yourself when it comes down to a winning field goal and you miss it, but you you could see after he saw that one, 50 yards go through the uprights, you could tell that was a comeback and a sigh of relief for him. He's a guy that works really hard at practice and has a special meaning to him every time he kicks. His grandmother, who passed away last year, he writes her name on a towel that he keeps on his jersey when he kicks. So he says, every time I make one or miss one, I know my grandmother's always with me, smiling down on me.
Thank you, Christina. On first down, the give was to Allen. He takes it down to the 45-yard line, brings up a 2nd down and 8.
Could have potentially had him down before that, but didn't see who made the tackle, but good job of avoiding a horse collar right there. Could have potentially been 15 more.
On 2nd down and 8. Winston in motion for the Bucks. Give is to Allen. He tries the left side, gonna lose a yard. Back to the 46-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
I said a lot's going to fall on number 7, 1 and 15. 1 and 15 in there on that tackle. Good job. Vinny goes low. Kevin Davis gets up high and makes that tackle, and they kind of have to be that last line of defense from the rushing attack. The minute they read it, getting up in there in the backfield, something they didn't really do early on, but they've done a lot better here in the second half.
On 3rd down and 3. Receiver to the far side of the field. Allen in the backfield with his quarterback. Now they make a shift, and one receiver comes to the near side. Give us to Allen. He tries the right side, stacked up immediately. Gain of maybe a half a yard on that play will bring up a 4th down and a long 2. Ball is going to be placed just outside of the 45-yard line.
Good job right there. Wesley Gover gets just enough of a hand on his jersey to kind of slow him up a little bit, allows Kevin Davis to get in there, allows Noah Streeter to get in there. Big stop on 3rd down, but you know on a 4th and short, they're going to go for it.
On 4th down, the offense remains on the field. 2 receivers to the far side, and now they shift, and Beeson's going to drop back into punt formation with only 4 seconds remaining on this play clock. Anquan Fagans drops back. Beeson's punt is away. Fair catch signaled for, and lets it go. Does it make its way into the end zone?
They don't know.
It does not. They say that it is downed at the 3. It looked like that guy was laying in the end zone when he threw it back into the field of play. That's always been a touchback, not tonight. So they're going to put the ball at the 3-yard line. However, the Warriors got the defensive stop they need, and they have the ball back and 97 yards to go. 9:35 remaining here in quarter number 4. Warriors 20. Bucks 17.
So his feet stayed in the field of play, but he leaned so far back that ball crosses the plane. It should have been a touchback, and it doesn't look like he leaned far enough back for that. From the angle, who knows? But once again, they don't know either. So
no, they certainly don't know.
See, watch right here. He does have maybe a foot is on the line. It's really close, but then he kind of leans back a little bit. I mean, it's really close, and if it's close, you know.
1st and 10, ball on the 3. Warriors working quickly. Dujon off the left side, across the 15, across the 20, the 30, the 40, rushed out of bounds at the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. Yes, they're going to give him the 43. Gain of 40 on 1st down. Warriors are in business.
It's kind of the same thing as that touchdown that Winston had. When you get in that goal, really bunched up formation, you're just trying to do anything you can to take him down. But if you can break free of that initial kind of surge, there's nobody out there to tackle you. It's the same thing happened with Winston that happened with Dujon right there. Great run from number 5. Nice little stiff arm at the end, too, to get a couple extra yards.
Ball is at the 43-yard line on 1st down. 2 receivers to the near side. R.J. Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. 9:24 remaining in this contest. On 1st down, the give is to Evans. He bounces it to the left. Gets tackled by the neck and brought down at the 45-yard line. Gain of 2 on that play. 2nd down and 8.
It's kind of tackle, like you can't see exactly if he got the face mask, if he got the horse collar, if he just grabbed him around the neck, which technically isn't illegal. But still got a couple yard gain there.
On 2nd down and 8. Michael Dujan back into the game. Under 9 minutes to go. Warriors with a 20-17 lead. Kimbrough and Mosley to the near side. Binion in as well as Michael Dujan. Seaborn drops back to pass, lets it go, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at the 40-yard line. That ball was tipped and intercepted by Dorian Whalen.
So that's just an unfortunate tip drill right there.
Yeah.
I mean, he found his receiver, knew where he wanted to go. Thompson defender was able to get a hand in, knock it down. Okay, incomplete pass. Nope. Tipped it. It just happened to go absolutely perfectly into the defender's hand.
Whalen was right where that ball was headed, and he makes the interception on his knees. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. Bucks will take over.
Got to come back out on defense, have another really good stop like he did last time. You've shown you can do it. Just got to come back out here and do it.
8:37 remaining in the fourth quarter. Region 3 title on the line. On first down, Beeson calls his own number. He's across midfield inside the 45, brought down at the 43 for the Buck first down. There is a flag on the play.
That was like it dropped out of his pocket.
Yeah,
and that is.
He's going to say it just fell out of his pocket. So 1st and 10.
He definitely ain't throwing it.
No. On first down, gives to Mosley. Now there is a flag on that play, so he does know how to throw it. That's right. He wanted to prove that it wasn't glued to his pocket. Holding against the Bucks is the call.
I know your game, ref. But glad they finally called a penalty there against Hoover, so that'll back it up 10. Good job kind of stuffing the middle, though, trying to run the ball up the middle. And you've had Nick Olsen in there doing a good job. Hayden McDonald's been in there doing a good job. Noah Streeter's been in there doing a good job. A really good kind of rotation of those interior linemen tonight.
So that'll move the ball back to the 47-yard line of Hoover. Kevin Davis limps off. We'll keep an eye on him. First down and 20. Two receivers to the far side, one to the near side, and Mosley in the backfield with Beeson. Quick pass, has his man out in the flat. That's Moultrie with the reception. 49-yard line of the Warriors. Brings up a second down and 17.
You mentioned Davis going out, so Chance Strone, number 10, you saw him right there make the tackle. Is going to come in his place. I mentioned how important those three linebackers are, so 10's going to come in. Had a good game last week as well. He did a good job in the pursuit right there to make that tackle.
Beg your pardon, second down and 16. On second down, there's a flag on the play. False start. The running back, Mosley, started early. That'll back it up 5 more.
So 15 yards of penalties here in the first couple of downs. You got to capitalize on this. This is a perfect situation to keep Hoover back on their heels. It's good to see Kevin Davis come back in.
Yes, sir.
Tag out for Chance Strone.
Second down and 21. Ball is at the 46-yard line of Hoover. They've got to get it to R33 for a first down. On second down, handoff to the left side. Mosley brought down very quickly by Trent Cheatham. Brings up a long third down.
I feel like I sound like a broken record, but I've said it a million times. Trent Cheatham in pursuit has been so good this season. His speed, he doesn't look like he'd be speedy. He looks like he'd be more of a power linebacker, but he's able to use that speed, get out there, make the tackle. So much is falling on the linebacking core right now. They're putting, it's a mix of Kevin Davis and Vinny Pyers out in coverage on almost every play by the receivers they're putting out there and by the formation Thompson's choosing to run, but they have done an incredible job here in the second half so far.
Huge third down and long with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this contest, and the Warrior faithful are on their feet. Beeson back to pass, lets it go, has a man over the middle. He's inside the 30, down to the 25, and that's where he is finally brought down. Christopher Warren with a huge reception for Hoover has the ball down to the Thompson 25-yard line.
Family rush 3 right there. Found the perfect pocket there, kind of between the linebacking core and the secondary. Before the receiver gets first down, and getting off the field on 3rd down has been the problem tonight. Even on the 3rd and however long that was, still able to find the first down. Tough break there for the defense.
Jefferson in the backfield with Beeson. On 1st and 10. Beeson calls his own number, gets it down to the 22-yard line. Gain of 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, when Jared Smith's coming, he's keying on that running back every time. A couple of times Beeson's seen it and been able to pull it out like he did right there. A lot of times Jared's kind of stayed back and kind of waited to see where exactly the ball's going. He does a good job in pursuit as well. Beeson just made the right decision right there.
Nearing 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. 2nd down and 7. Beeson back to pass, has Jefferson in the flat, hits him out there. He's inside the 20, down to about the 16, and that's where he's run out of bounds.
Man.
Put him about a yard short of another first down.
Hold on Jared Smith out there, and then a block in the back on Kevin Davis. Keeping the flags in their pockets, letting them play, even if they're playing illegally.
It's like they sent a brand spanking new crew to one of the biggest games of the year. 3rd down and 1. Ball is at the 16-yard line. Beeson gives it to Jefferson. Tries the left side, getting a push from his lineman. He's going to get it down to the 14, and that'll be a buck. First down. 4 minutes and 27 seconds as they reset the chains. Clock starts again, down to 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this contest.
So both teams have all 3 timeouts left, but with the clock getting down probably under 4 minutes by the time they snap this is where Hoover starts to kind of play the clock game a little bit. You have it inside the red zone. Even if you just have to settle for a field goal, you're trying to play the clock game a little bit here to put Thompson in a tough situation.
On first down from the 14, Beeson quickly out in the flat to Winston, run out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. They'll call him at the 9. 2nd down and 5. Clock stopped with 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Mosley into the backfield with Beeson. Moultrie to the near side on 2nd down. Give is to Mosley, hammered in the backfield, tries to keep his legs moving. They're going to give him the 12, even though he was tackled at the 14. Even trying that second effort, they still gave him the 12. 3rd down, and there is an injured Warrior on the field.
Yeah, it looks like Vinny Pyers. He came in, kind of fell awkwardly, kind of bent his back up almost. I'm not sure what exactly hurt there on the tackle, but good job as he did get in there to help make that stop.
As they attend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. Warriors 20, Bucks 17. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
At Alexandria Brake and Muffler, we strive to perform exceptional service using premium quality parts to ensure your vehicle withstands the test of time. We do all automotive maintenance and repairs consisting of AC service, check engine light diagnostics, brakes, coolant, and exhaust. Give us a call today. Proudly serving our community to provide honest, high-quality service and repair at a fair price.
Vinny Pyers, the injured Warrior on that play. Getting off under his own power, but he's favoring that right shoulder.
Yeah, almost looks like the running back kind of fell on his shoulder as he was making the tackle. He was coming from behind, holding onto his legs, and then kind of rolled up on that right shoulder as the running back fell on it.
Huge 3rd down and 8. Ball is at the 12-yard line. On third down, Beeson back to pass, under pressure, lets it go, almost intercepted, trying to get it out there to Winston. That brings up a 4th down and 8 from the 12-yard line.
Had they gotten any positive yardage, I could see them potentially going for this on the road, trying to see what you can get. Really good job, Micah Fleming out there, the one that almost got the pick and knocked it down. Safe play, definitely go for the kick here when you still have 8 yards to go. Obviously, they've had a really good kicking game.
So Dibes on to attempt the field goal of 28 yards with 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the game. The snap, the kick, it's away, and it is good. And with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this contest, we are now tied at 20.
So the way I mentioned, Hoover might have been playing the clock game there. They had the ball inside the red zone. They burned a little over a minute from the point I said that. There's about 4.5 left on the clock. Now Thompson's got to think the same thing. Depending on where you start with the ball, obviously if you get stuck back, you don't want to waste too much time, but you kind of have to think about the clock game. Think about where do you have to get to for a safe field goal? Where do you have to get to potentially start going forward and start heading towards the end zone and pressuring the end zone? But you got to keep in the back of your mind. And Hoover still has all 3 timeouts, so no matter what happens here, Thompson can use timeouts when the clock starts running down too low. Hoover can start using timeouts if they think they have Thompson back on their heels. An interesting kind of cat and mouse here with Thompson on this offensive possession, but you definitely do not want to give the ball back to Hoover. Even if it means going overtime, do not give the ball back to Hoover if you can help it.
So if we can get it to around that 32-yard line, we know, because he's done it once already tonight, that that's about field goal range. Now, that's not our goal. We certainly, if we need to kick a field goal, let's get it farther down. Let's score a touchdown and just put this thing to bed. But if we've got to think field goal, about that 30-yard line starts to be a comfort level. Anything inside of that is a blessing.
This is the first time he's backed up all the way to kick it, too.
Dibes kicks off. And it is taken by Fagans at the 1. He's across the 10, out to the 15. Crosses the 15. They're going to give him the 16-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will begin this drive.
Of course, that's exactly what they wanted. Maybe gamble with, hey, we haven't tried to kick it to Fagans, but we're going to try to do what we can. Try to get it in the end zone. So they start at the 20. Actually better for Hoover that they end up starting at the 16. Fagans was right on the edge. You could tell whether he wanted to let it just go and try to go in the end zone or not. But had that taken a bad bounce, it could have gone really poorly if he decided to let it go. So probably made the right decision, but almost kind of caught off guard. When he caught it, it was like, wait, am I in the end zone? No, I'm not in the end zone. I got to actually run here.
3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in regulation, tied at 20. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Running back to Trent Seaborn's left. On first down, back to pass. Lets it go, has a man across the middle. Mosley has it at the 28-yard line, and that is, they're going to give him the 29. First down, Warriors.
Heard by the crowd, Mike Gill, where are you going? Because he tried to kind of come back. I know what he's trying to do. Catches it at the 30, ended up ultimately losing a yard because of that. And watch the strip right here. They are trying so hard to strip that ball out. Ball security going to be very important here. Clock
running at 2:45. First down, Warriors. Ball is at the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Seaborn calls his own number straight up the middle, hit right at the 30-yard line. Are they going to say that that's a fumble? He was down. Yes, thank you. He was down. Now, they're saying he was down.
You didn't review it before. Don't review it now. He was down.
He was down. Thank you. So they're going to put that ball just across the 30.
It did look, real time that maybe when he fell backwards when the ball came out, I couldn't really see from my angle exactly. But if I'm Thompson, hey, catch Hoover off guard right here.
Second down and 8 as the ball is just about the 31-yard line. Clock running at 1:50 remaining in regulation. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Dujan goes in motion. Seaborn back to pass. Scrambles to his right. Still looking. Lets it go. Oh, 2 Warriors ran into each other, or it was going to be a perfect pass to Kimbrough out there on the right-hand side. And now Michael Dujon is down at about the 42-yard line.
I do think it called Dujon off guard a little more than it did Kimbrough. Kimbrough trying to come up and make the play. Dujon trying to run forward and make the play. Just made them run into each other. Kimbrough was open for a long time there. I know when Seaborn scrambling, he can't quite find him, but try to get it out there to Dujon, and an unfortunate collision.
They've got him sitting up now. I think he just got his bell rung.
Yeah, almost looks like he's kind of just shaking up, just didn't expect it.
Kimbrough was coming back, Dujon was going out, and they met right as that ball from Trent Seaborn got to both of them. Now he's running off the field, and that's a wonderful thing to see. So it'll be 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 31-yard line, 1:35 remaining in regulation. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. So we'll put 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Evans in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. He now goes in motion. Seaborn back to pass, under pressure, and it's fumbled. Ball is loose, and it's recovered at the 28-yard line, and Trent Seaborn is down. They're saying it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, White had called it an incomplete pass.
Trent Seaborn is down at the 28-yard line. Couple of trainers out to him very quickly. They're saying that his arm was in the throwing motion, and so they have called it an incomplete pass. Trent is up, walking off under his own. Big hand from the crowd as he jogs off. Looks like he'll be all right. Ball is still at the 31-yard line on 4th down and 8.
Hoover's not happy about it, but you know what? Thompson's not happy about the clear fumble that they got ruled an incomplete pass too. It honestly happened so fast I couldn't really tell. The ball just popped up in a weird way. But yeah, if it was coming forward at all, it would have been an incomplete pass.
Hunter Purdue back to receive along with Jamar Moultrie. John Allen McGuire's punt is away, and it is a good one. Takes a little bit of a Hoover bounce and will be stopped right at the 30-yard line. And that's where Hoover will have the ball with 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. They've probably got to get it to about the 25-yard line to feel good about a field goal try, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know what his long is on the year. I mean, he's shown a good leg tonight. If he told me he can make it from 50, it wouldn't totally shock me. But obviously the safe distance is to get it up to where it's more of like a 40-ish yarder instead. But, still a long way to go with that. You can't let up a big play here. You got to – the little 3 yards at a time is actually okay here for Thompson.
Ball is at the 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Beeson in the backfield all by himself on 1st and 10. Scans the field, lets it go. It's out there. Pass falls incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. Never turned around to see where that ball was coming.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what he was expecting right there. Saw that he had his man beat a little bit. Actually threw it short, and that's what ultimately led to Micah getting that pass interference penalty. He didn't turn his head around, which is the biggest reason they threw it. But by throwing it short, the receiver has to come back into him, and when he doesn't turn his head around, that ends up getting the flag.
15-yard penalty moves it to the 45-yard line with 1:12 remaining in regulation. We are tied at 20. Region 3 title on the line here at Warrior Stadium. On 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Beeson back to pass, lets it go. Had Warren over the middle, in and out of his hands, falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Beeson got hit right as he throws. Just a little reminder, I think it was Trent McCorvey in there, Trent Cheatham in there, kind of letting him know, hey, I'm here and I'm coming for you each time, and passes in and out of the receiver's hands. I thought Anquan would have had a chance for it, but he was a little off based on my angle. No, it was Wesley Gover in there, getting in there, hitting him. Just letting him know, hey, we're coming for you.
Minute 6 remaining, 2nd down and 10. Ball at the Bucks 45-yard line. Beeson back to pass. Now calls his own number, stumbles forward, and just gets back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 as that clock continues to run. Now they call timeout with exactly 57 seconds remaining in the game.
They hesitated there for a second, but now this puts them in a 3rd and long situation where if it's another incomplete pass, the clock stops, or if there's no positive yardage, or especially in a sack, that if you're Thompson, you start thinking about, hey, you can make a timeout call right there. But got to get a big stop here first and foremost.
It looked like he caught his toe on the turf and then fell forward and was lucky to get back to that original line of scrimmage. So they had to burn a timeout. They've got 2 left. There are 57 seconds remaining in the contest. It's 3rd down and 10, and the ball is at their 45-yard line.
Looked like somebody may have gotten a hand on his foot, kind of sort of tripped him up. Didn't really look like a trip up, but on replay, I couldn't see if it was number 7, number 4, some single-digit number in there, getting a hand on him. Cheatham's done a great job tonight, pursuing the quarterback, pursuing the running back, did a great job kind of sitting there in the middle. Did a big play from this defense here, 3rd and 10.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, and Jefferson in the backfield with Beeson on 3rd down and 10. 57 seconds remaining in the game. Back to pass, being pressured, just lets it go, throws up a home run ball, it's intercepted. Going the other way is Anquan Fegans. He's across midfield, and he's wrestled down at the 48-yard line with 44.9 seconds remaining in the half. Anquan Fegans comes up huge for the Warriors.
And I don't know if he was actually trying to throw it to that receiver downfield because it was so overthrown. It's almost like if you're in the get rid of it situation, get rid of it. Throw it to the sideline. He sees the pressure coming, throws it straight down the middle, and the receiver just completely loses sight of it. He also had Micah Fleming and good coverage on him with Peyton Lewis coming over, but that is the worst thing for Hoover that you can do and gives Thompson incredible field position, 44.9 seconds, and all 3 timeouts. So if you're in a situation where it's short yardage to go, don't be afraid to run the ball here with 3 timeouts left. And don't be afraid to throw it in bounds either.
Armari Towns was the intended receiver. He didn't know where it went. The only guy that really did, aside from everyone on the sidelines, was Anquan Fegans. Ball is at the 46-yard line of the Bucks. 1st and 10, 44.9 seconds remaining. And as John said, all 3 timeouts remaining for the Warriors.
Also good to see both Trent and Michael Dujon back out there here on this series.
Amen. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dujon to the right of Trent Seaborn. On 1st down, Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. Went for Kimbrough across the middle, just a little bit out of his reach.
He hasn't looked there a lot, but his check down guy has been open so many times tonight. That time right there, it was Darian Mosley kind of releasing out from the slot, and he was waving his hands, I'm open, I'm open. I know he was trying to find something down the middle, get some more yardage, because you've got to get down a little further before you're really at field goal range, but that's something to keep an eye on. Also, the running back a lot of times releasing out to the side has been open as well.
40.3 seconds remaining, showing on the Jumbotron. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line. We need about 15 yards. Seaborn back to pass. Has Dujon in the flat. Across the 45. Down to about the 41-yard line. Gain of 5 on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 5. Timeout with exactly 32 seconds remaining on the Jumbotron.
And that was that pass I was talking about. That check down guy, he's going to be open. They have hardly had a person on him all night, whoever it's been, whether it's Evans, whether it's Dujon, whether it's Mosley, Binion, whoever it may be. It's been open pretty much all night, and now you're kind of in the position. Obviously, you want to try to score a touchdown if you can, but you're in kind of the position where 5 yards at a time with a timeout, especially when you get the 1st down, you can maybe run up, spike it, or run up and run a play. It's not the worst thing in the world if that's all you can get. So always keep an eye on that guy if you can't throw the ball downfield.
But we definitely need 10 more yards just to give John Allen McGuire a shot. I guess 8, but 10 to really give him a good shot. He'd be kicking toward the football facility here at Warriors Stadium. It sits right at the 41-yard line. Exactly 32 seconds showing on the game clock here inside of Warrior Stadium. 3rd down and 5. First and foremost, we've got to get this first down.
Right.
Two receivers to the near side, two to the far side. Michael Dujon in the backfield. Now he splits out to the right. 3rd down and 5, lets it go. Dujon caught it, brought it back to the 41-yard line. Clock is running down to 20 seconds left on 4th down and 5.
With it being 4th, you want to try to get the last play here.
So 4th down, 10 seconds, 9, 8. Now the Warriors call timeout. That'll leave them with 1 timeout remaining and 7.4 seconds remaining on the game clock.
It seems weird. Why don't you call timeout first? That way you have plenty of time to get the first down. Really what you do here, okay, you got 5 yards to go. If you get the first down at all, you're either, hey, we'll Hail Mary it, or we'll let McGuire try a, 50, 52-yard or whatever. But what you do here is you basically guarantee this play is only going to leave at most a second.
Right.
For either Hoover to get it and take a knee or try a Hail Mary themselves from way downfield.
Right.
Or for Thompson to make a decision on what they want to do with their final play, because you still have a timeout left, too. That was only the 2nd timeout. So I understand what Coach Freeman was doing right there. I probably would have done it with about 10 seconds left. It looked like he may wanted to call a play and kind of felt it out and was like, should I call a play? Should I call a timeout here? Decided to call a timeout instead. So I definitely get what he's doing here, trying to leave absolutely no time for Hoover if they don't get it right here.
Yeah, so if you're at home thinking, why didn't he call that timeout with 23 seconds left? Well, if we don't get the first down, we don't want to leave Hoover with any time.
Yeah, because he could have called it with, 20-plus seconds on there to where they get 15 seconds. And really all they got to do is get a couple of plays with 2 timeouts left as well to put themselves in field goal position or try to get a touchdown as well.
7.4 seconds remaining. 4th down and 5. Ball is at the 41-yard line. We need about 8 yards on this play and a quick timeout to at least give John Allen McGuire a shot. Anquan Fagans to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. On 4th down, Seaborn back to pass, lets it go. Fagans is out there. Oh my goodness gracious, he almost had a miraculous reception as time expires. Had both hands on that ball. The problem was he was going to end up about the 2 or maybe the 1 yard line.
About a yard short.
But my, oh my, what an effort by Anquan out there. Very close to making that reception, and we are headed to overtime. Bonus football tonight from Warrior Stadium. Warriors 20, Bucks 20. As we head to overtime, we'll take this time out with them. This is Warrior Football on the Warrior Nation Network.
I want to live. The leading cause of death of young Americans like me is gun violence, and oftentimes tied to substance misuse. NBA, NFL, NCAA, most of you look like me, and our communities need you now more than ever. Let's make I Want to Live more than just a hashtag. Let's make it a movement. I am a baller against bullets.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Olubidi. I would like to welcome you to our clinic, which is virtually your clinic. We strive to provide a family environment from our nurses as well as the practitioners we have in the clinic to serve you and your family members. We pride ourselves for having state-of-the-art facility here in the clinic to include ultrasound, fibroscan, to check on your liver. We welcome you in our clinic, your clinic, at Dr. Olubidi's. And thank you so very much.
Since 2006, Full Moon Barbecue's Alabaster location has been a proud supporter of the athletics, academics, and the entire community. From church to schools to special events, they do it all. You can always trust Full Moon Barbecue to give you the best quality food and service. Come in or call Full Moon Barbecue today for the best barbecue in town.
Whataburger's new Bacon Steakhouse Double. Do you need it or do you want it?
Do you need creamy steak sauce, crispy fried onions, aged cheddar, and crunchy bacon? Or do you want creamy steak sauce, crispy fried onions, aged cheddar, and crunchy bacon? And want even is a want if we want the want so badly that the want becomes a need. How should I know? I just push the card. Enjoy your burger.
Creamy, crispy, crunchy.
Whataburger's new bacon steakhouse double.
Just like you wanted and needed.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
More formally known as sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes.
Bish squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Cup of dubba java.
It's 2 coffees.
Cup of dubba java.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Back inside Warriors Stadium, tied at 20, headed to overtime number 1 at least. Hoover won the toss, and so Thompson will begin with the ball. Hoover elected to have our football facility at their back. So if you are listening on the radio, Thompson will be traveling from right to left on your radio dial. 1st and 10, ball is placed, 1st and goal. Ball is placed at the 10-yard line. Dujon in the backfield with Trent Seaborn. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side on 1st down. Gives to Dujon, bounces to the right, down to about the 7-yard line. Gain of 3 will bring up 2nd down and 7, 2nd down and goal.
If you don't know from the multiple other overtime games that have been here at Warrior Stadium, you do get a 1st and goal at the 10, and basically whatever you can do from that point is what you can do, no clock. And then Hoover will get it again regardless of what happens with Thompson here.
So on 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Ball is at the right hash mark. I tell you that to let you know that if we do end up attempting a field goal, ball is at the right hash mark. 2nd down. Seaborn back to pass. Rolls to his left. Lets it go. Has a man out there. Touchdown, Warriors. Touchdown, Darian Mosley. Beautiful throw and catch there from Seaborn to Mosley over in the left corner of that end zone. Warriors with a 6-point lead as John Allen McGuire comes on to attempt the extra point. The snap, the kick is no good. That kick was blocked. So Warriors with a 26-20 lead here in overtime. Very important these kicks are in overtime, as we learned in that Clay Chalkville game. So Warriors with a 6-point lead. Defense must stand up strong right now. Hoover's turn. They get the ball on the 10-yard line. 4 plays to try and score.
Obviously it's 4-down territory because they're forced into it being 4-down territory. So 10 yards to go, 4 downs to get there. Thompson's defense going to try to stand tall here. Makes a substitution based on formation.
Moultrie split out to the far side. Winston in at quarterback on 1st down.
Thompson had 12 players out there, so they're going to have to call a timeout.
And the Warriors do call timeout.
So they've used their 1 timeout for overtime, and the thing is they had a formation. They rushed 3 players out there once they saw how Hoover lined up. Only a couple of people came off. They're all pointing around, seeing what do you need to do, and somebody didn't run off that was supposed to run off, and that's going to force Thompson to use a timeout, which of course no time here, but it does stop things when it comes to the play clock, at least.
Warriors 26, Bucks 20. Region 3 title on the line as the Bucks have 4 plays to try and score or win this ball game. Ball is right in the center of the field to begin this drive. Warriors had to use a quick timeout as there were 12 men on the field. They've got it sorted out. Defense heads out. We've seen a couple of huge goal line stands in previous games. We need another one right now. Winston remains the quarterback. Mosley in the backfield with him, and Moultrie split out wide. Now they change that formation. Winston calls his own number, and he is stopped right at the 10-yard line. No gain on the play, second down and goal.
I'd imagine you're going to see a lot of this here. Mac Beeson just sitting on the sideline. I mean, he's ready to go, obviously, if he needs to. But they're in the position where they, all game long they've been running it, 2-3 yards at a time. Now, no gain right there hurts him for that strategy, but I imagine you're going to see number 4 in there and say, hey, look, if you have a chance, you just pull it and run it. If you need to hand it off, if you need to throw it, he can throw it. He hadn't really thrown it, but, they're going to put a lot in 4's hands.
On second down and goal, Winston. Straight up the middle, touchdown, Hoover. They have tied this game on play number 2 as Winston called his own number, ran straight up the middle, and so Dibes comes on to attempt the extra point. He can seal a Region 3 title right here. The snap, the kick, it's up. And the Bucks win 27-26 in overtime. Hoover has defeated Thompson here in Warrior Stadium this evening. Special teams become such a huge part of these games, especially in overtime. And the snap looked good, the hold looked good. Somebody from Hoover broke through and blocked our kick. We were not able to return the favor, and Hoover will head out tonight victorious 27-26 in what has turned out to be a huge Region 3 ball game.
So if you're curious what that does for Thompson, they are locked into the 2nd seed now. They will host the 3 seed out of Region 1 in their first playoff game. Hoover has locked up the 1 seed, so they will host the 4 seed out of Region 1, and if they win that game, they will host the 2nd seed out of Region 2. If Thompson is able to win their first playoff game, they will have to travel to the top seed out of Region 2, which was Auburn, and if they win tonight, which they were winning pretty big at halftime, and they're up 29-14 right now, will be Auburn. So if you're curious about the road now, because the playoffs are essentially locked, Hoover 1, Thompson 2, Hewitt-Trussville 3, Vestavia number 4. Hoover and Vestavia have to play next week, but even a loss, they'll still win the region championship. Even with a loss next week, Thompson will still be number 2.
27.
We offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our 2nd location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together